All right, we are live. Welcome to BWB or Building with Buds, episode 30. We're here. We made it all the way to 30.
Man.
Wow. We should have streamers and stuff.
We should. Where were you on that one?
Well, Andrew went out to the store to get him. Obviously, that's why he's not here. It's Brick and Brood or Bricking Non-Existent. We're not 100% sure where he went, but
Brick and Rude.
Yeah, he will be back. I'm sure at some point he will be here. So, of course, welcome. We got Rick Brickham here. First time on Building with Buds. Yep. And very happy to have you here.
Thanks. Happy to be here, man. Thank you.
Take it away. It's all yours. See you later.
Yeah, okay.
Then I could leave like Andrew. So yeah, there is a ton. I didn't get to. Tanner and I always get on stream before the stream starts and start yapping about our day and how things have been and that sort of stuff. And one thing we didn't get to that I am super excited about, and I don't think it's spoiling anything, but today Brendan sent Tanner and I an image, and the second I saw the image, I'm like, that's an F1 car.
Yeah.
I didn't even hesitate. I was like, that's an F1 car, and I'm freaking out because I love my F1. And I'm like, I was just so excited about. And then I don't know, it must have been a couple hours later that they came out and it had Lando looking under the sheet, and I'm like, it just confirmed everything, right? So I lost my marbles because I am so excited about that. I'm excited about. Well, first they came out with they released the Speed Champs. You're going to have the Mercedes set.
Yeah.
So I will own a couple of those.
Looks really good too.
Yeah, Countach looks really good.
Ferrari.
I will own 2 sets of those Mercedes though, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, and I'm building the pit crew. I'm building the whole pit wall. I'm building all that stuff. I'm going to make a big display out of that for sure. So yeah, super excited about that. And yeah, we got lots to talk about. Lots of little leaky stuff.
And maybe a little, if you don't like spoilers and you haven't watched the latest book of Boba Fett, then you're in the wrong stream, because we for sure are going to talk about it tonight.
We are for sure going to talk about it. Hence, this fine fella joining us for the stream.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay,
let's say hello to everybody. We got some of the usual suspects: Parkdale Playboy, Cam Guy, Brennan O's here. We're just talking about you, Cosmo Candy, PBJ, Todd, DCL, Brick Girls here, Brian Jorgensen. Just the usual crowd on a Friday night. And again, we want to welcome Brick and Brood, Andrew, right below me. Hasn't been on a Building with Buds in a while. He's been kind of in the crowd, but welcome, Andrew. Andrew's got some fine work behind him there that he'll probably talk about.
Oh, he's talking about it. I'm going to make him talk about
it. Sounds good. Definitely. I'll try not to hold back. I haven't displayed it yet. It's going to be the first time in public here.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, why don't we lead with that?
Real quick. We got Rick Brickham here. Hang on, let me introduce Rick Brickham's Den. You can find him at Rick_Brickham on Instagram, or Brickham's Den YouTube channel as well. Rick does a lot of live streaming on Instagram. You can find him out there every once and again. Really funny guy.
Thanks, man.
Really great Lego designer too. You got a lot of awesome stuff. So love for you to show us some of that if you want to show off that throughout the night.
Thanks very much. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Thank you for the intro.
Yeah.
And appreciate being here.
Yeah, for sure. I already told Rick that ahead of time. He's going to be showing some of his cool models he's come up with. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So, Andrew, are you going to show first the one you're sending me or the other one?
Yeah. I'll show you first the original set here.
That's one you're sending me, you said, isn't it?
Yeah. So this would be the one for sure.
Yeah.
So this is just what set is it here? It's 76057, and it's the Web Warriors Bridge Battle, Ultimate Bridge Battle, and it comes with an assortment of minifigures here. Actually, it's pretty good little set here. Got the Green Goblin.
Excellent.
We have Spider Girl, Spider Man. You get Scarlet Spider. Aunt May comes with here.
Oh.
You get what's his name? Starts with a K.
Craven.
Craven, yes. And then you get a Scorpion as well. So I think his name's Scorpion. Yeah, Scorpion.
Sinister Six, yeah.
So lots of minifigures in the set. And the set's got lots of really cool play features. But let's just get right to it here. Instead of showing the play features on this one, I'm just going to show you.
One thing, Andrew, what's that set going for right now at Bricklink? Do you know?
I bought two of them just recently. I think I paid $180 for it.
Yeah.
And one of these, actually this set in particular is the second set I bought. I got from a seller in Edmonton, and for another $25 plus an extra set, I bought another set for I think it was $40.
And how many minifigures did you say?
It comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minifigures.
That's not bad. 180 is not bad for a used set with that many minifigures.
No, it was brand new in box.
You got them in Edmonton?
Oh, sealed. Man.
Yeah, sealed. Both of them were sealed. I cracked the seal on both of these sets to make them.
And you got that in Edmonton, you say?
Sorry?
You got that in Edmonton?
Yes, it was a guy from Edmonton for sure.
Edmonton.
A lot of stuff. The Edmonton scene's pretty crazy for Lego. There's so many sellers, and a lot of people online have been meeting from Edmonton. It's crazy. But
is that the only Edmonton one, or is that the?
Pardon?
Nothing. Go on.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
well,
Kevin,
I'll go back to these sets over here.
Can you center cut, Andrew, so we can?
Give me 1 sec here. Oops, I did something wrong. He's going to go big. Kick from studio. Edit name. There he is.
There it is.
All right, give her.
All right. I just noticed I got one of my lights are kind of in the way. Maybe I'll just move that real quick.
You're fine, buddy.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it.
Take it back.
Anyways,
Send me the
all the
one.
better to see me with. All right. So these are the two sets compared side by side here. You can see the regular set is 10 studs wide, and I ended up going to 22 studs wide on mine. It's not quite a mock. It's like a modification. Not too sure what you guys would call it.
Yeah, it's a both. It's a mock modification.
Mock
Okay.
mod.
Mock
I call
mod.
it Kevin's.
There you go. Yeah, Kevin's. Yeah. One day here, we'll see. So what I wanted to do was because look at this car. This is unbelievable. This little taxi. It's so tiny. You can only put one minifigure inside it.
Is it 4 wide? Yeah, it's 4 wide.
4 wide.
4 wide. Yeah. So the one cool thing about it is they have a play feature on the road here where the car kind of goes inside it. You can see.
Oh, there you go.
So that kind of makes sense for that. I ended up keeping that feature on mine as well. So the guy can fall in there too. But one thing that they did with theirs, they have just like a Technic piece. I'm not too sure what this tan piece is called. But my build over here, I went with just like bricks and like made it so it's like seamless. You can't see it.
Oh.
Yeah, and it works out great. It's completely flush. I had to use a certain piece. I took a few different pieces to make it work properly, but I got it completely flush and it's strong. And so that feature I was able to keep that one in. And then there's another feature over here that's pretty neat, where the road like breaks off the side of the bridge, and then the
Fries
the
are
web.
done.
Yeah, no. Ashley just stopped in real quick. She just stepped out real quick. She's back home here. So the web is stopping the car from falling over or falling out, I think. There you go. She doesn't there. It works better on the other one because mine's a little bit lower technically, but doesn't really matter, I guess. It stops it. I just pulled my finger there. But anyway, so that feature, I was able to keep that in there, and it locks in place real good. I have an extra clip in there, so it's I don't know. It's not like flimsy, I guess.
How wide did you go, Andrew? Are you 16 wide now, or are you? No, you're even
road?
wider than that, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I am. I went 16 for the road, and then an extra 2 on each side, so 20. I think.
So you doubled it essentially.
No, I feel like I don't have a base plate here. I thought I counted it at 22 studs.
That's awesome.
But 16. Yeah, no, I'm at 16 in the middle plus an extra 2 for the. Oh yeah, so that's it. You're right. So I got the idea a long time ago when I started making my roads from Bevan's bricks to extend the roads with the new road plates.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, it's the road is 16 plus an extra 2, plus an extra 4 for the strips down the side.
Yeah.
So it's actually 20, and then plus an extra 4 studs for the sidewalks. So actually, yeah, it's 22 studs wide, the whole entire thing. So going from 10 to 22, it gives you a lot more playability, I guess.
It looks awesome, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Love it.
Yeah, so my only plan now is to replicate this right here and then add another plate in the middle. So I guess it would kind of be like this.
Say that again, Kevin. Kevin, you're breaking up a little bit, buddy.
He's gone digital.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, you're coming in like Johnny 5 there, Kev. And while he's figuring out, we got a couple people that popped into the chat. We got Helena Salem. Welcome, Helena. And She Trooper's here. Hello, She Trooper. And we got Wendy McKay's here as well.
Oh, thank you very much, Brick Girl. That's awesome. Thank you. And hi, everybody there. Cam Guy, Cosmo. Yeah, we just went through a bunch of people there.
Please excuse the technical difficulties. We'll get right back to you in a moment.
You got such a radio voice, Rick. It's perfect.
Thanks.
Yes. Well, his YouTube videos that he does, I've watched a couple of them. Like, yeah, he does a great voiceover for sure.
Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate that, man.
No problem. So just one more thing I also want to say about this.
While you're on full screen.
Yeah, exactly. Might as well, right? The bridge is 1.5 base plates long, plus an extra 4 studs for this back end right here. Sure. And actually, I can take it off. I don't really want to. Just whatever. I'll just take it off.
Don't. No. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Yeah, okay. We'll just leave it. It's there. It's got like 4 Technic pins. It's not as easy with one hand. But anyways, I can take this off, and then I can integrate it into my city is the plan. So because it's exactly 1.5 base plates, I think it would be easier to integrate it into the city. So in total, when I have the whole thing completely built, it's going to be 4 base plates long.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's going to be massive. Yeah. I think it'll display it on a shelf first before I bring it into the city. But I think it's going to look real cool. Awesome. I really dig the front there. I'll probably need to get some new stickers here so I can have.
Hey, I know a guy that can help you out with stickers. I'm just saying.
Oh, excellent. Sounds
Speaking
good.
of that guy, Kevin, are you back with us yet? Nothing yet.
I can show you. I can show you one more
stream that loses the signal.
I know. We'll get him back here.
Yeah.
Appreciate the patience, everybody. Yeah, Andrew, you still got spotlight, so you might as well.
I'll just say this thing here. I think this is pretty funny. So this set originally is 10 studs wide, and it has this little dinky taxi. And so if you get the regular or the original 6 wide speed champions, you could probably use it in the city as like a 1-lane bridge. I didn't want to do a 1-lane bridge. And so the 8 stud wide, the 8 stud wide speed champions goes on there as well, but it takes up the entire plate. But with this new system here, you're able to use the new speed champions vehicle easily on the street, going both directions. So
excellent.
Definitely like the upgrade.
Welcome back, Kevin.
I'm here.
Yes, good to see you and hear you.
Oh, that's weird. Glitchy.
Very cool. Very cool.
That looks phenomenal, buddy. Like I'm jealous, so I'm doing it.
Or it can be a 1-lane bridge for a city if you want to use the big creator vehicles on it.
Yes.
Very nice.
Excellent. What Anybody? Kevin, what are you building? What are you working on tonight? What's everybody doing tonight?
Well, I'm doing a whole bunch of little stuff. So I picked up the other day. I picked up, of course, one of my favorites. I think that's been out ever.
Oh,
so Wily and Roadrunner. I picked up Buzz, and then I got this. Matthew's here. Is Matthew here? I haven't seen him, but I picked up this. Matthew and I traded for this cab because I wasn't gonna. There's nothing I really wanted right now that was worth the purchase. So. But I got this box off Matthew, and as you can see, Matthew really values his boxes.
Did he drive it over there? Because it looks like he drove it over there.
I think he drove over it over here.
So, hey, interested. I'm obviously biased, but what are your guys' thoughts on that particular taxi cab, just in general?
I like the look of it. Like Kevin said, there's nothing out right now that justifies me making the purchase to get it. So I'll probably try to brick it myself with parts.
Which is simple, I think. It's
right.
Not,
it's
there's
simple,
nothing. Yeah, there's nothing spectacular with it.
It's a basic, simple build. So I'll probably do that just for. I won't get the Fig, which is really what the attraction. Well, the car is nice too, but
see, even the Fig, I don't think is unique. I think you can make him.
Is it? Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
The Fig isn't he the robber from the donut factory thing?
Yeah, but he's got that bomber jacket torso, which is pretty common. It's a different torso, and then he's like they aged him. He's got a different headpiece.
Oh, I see. Right. He's got a bit of gray in his beard, does he?
Yeah,
all right. Yeah. Nice.
I know what
that's.
Yeah,
like. I think you could even break out that figure and still get it.
Yeah. So I'll probably just try and do that. And I think I know I have that front grill piece already, and that's kind of like a more unique piece in that whole thing. So
yeah,
I think that's it for the unique pieces, though.
I think the wheel wells too, because the wheel wells are those full-on wheel wells. They're not
black.
The usual in black. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a few of those kicking around. I don't know what I got them from, but I do have a few of those.
I ordered the parts to swap out the yellow with black because I saw Iago do that, and it looks way much better as a solid color car. I'm obviously biased because I have my own taxi that I built and designed, but
nice.
I think it looks like it's just a solid like 20s Prohibition era car. You know, that could be your cookie runner for your city if you got a city, or it could be your whatever you got him.
Make it, like you said, the Al Capone mobile, right?
Exactly. But it's a great looking car. But yeah, is it justifying a $200 spend, or I forget what it is in Canada? It's
$250, I think, or $225.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So,
it's $255 maybe even. Is it $250 exactly?
Because if you think about it, the last promo we got that was a $200 spend or a $250 spend was the sailboat, and it's much more of a model than that.
Well,
I just happen to have that here.
Yeah, exactly. And that thing is killer.
Yeah,
that's great.
A great gift of purchase, really. This is worth it, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely.
And the part that I think drives me crazier with the whole situation is it's more of that car was supposed to come with the hotel.
Yeah, it's clear.
Oh, that's the one that got botched. Yeah. Yes.
So they bought that. So instead of them, DCL is building the Vader's TIE Advanced. Well, I am not.
Is that the UCS on DCL, or is that just the regular one? Either way, cool.
Right. You want to see
the 11? Yeah, I still need that thing.
So I'm building something that's, I think, more than 20 years old.
Oh, let's get.
It's small, and I've got a few of them here. So the one thing I've been doing this year, which is different from last, is I usually mock. Like I do a lot of mocking.
Sure.
As a result, I've got 37 sets in backlog that need to get built. But I don't have the display space for it. So I've gone through my old display. I'm taking older sets that I don't really want to have on display apart. And while I'm doing that, I'm photographing them, and I'm putting one set every day up on Instagram to share with people.
Mm-hmm.
So I got these old Harry Potter
for a while.
Yeah. I got these old Harry Potter sets. So tonight I'm going to build this guy.
Oh wow!
Oh, all right.
Which
so I saw you just did the Fluffy Encounter, right? You
correct.
Did that, the older one,
the older one, and then I'm going to do this one as well since I've got the time. So
that is cool too. That's
two old small sets, I got these both in bulk lots, like with instructions and everything. So yeah.
Wow.
How do you find it being able to buy stuff out there with Andrew buying everything out?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so now that I know Andrew, I can guarantee that he was the one up against me, although we are about an hour away. But when I was living an hour further east, so we were 2 hours away, he might have been one of the people that I was competing with.
Oh,
because my
time
goodness,
means nothing to him, man. He's poaching in Edmonton for crying out loud.
That's true. Well, look at this set I poached at one point here. This is not 20 years old, but it's 13 years old.
Oh, it's a lot bigger. Did you not break the seal just now in front of us?
Yeah, I just broke the seal just now. Yeah.
Unreal.
I got the bags here, so I just did bag one here silently.
That's amazing.
Yeah, this is awesome. It's Home 1 Mon Calamari Star Cruiser.
Yeah.
It's got some pretty cool figures. Admiral Akbar, Mon Calamari, Mon Mothma, Lando Calrissian, General Madine, and an A-Wing pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I think I have that Akbar because I ordered just the Akbar to put with my B-Wing because it doesn't come with any figures.
Okay. Oh, check this Star Wars set I just picked up.
Uh-oh.
Now he's going to really make us hurt.
He's going to hit my trigger button. Guys. $60.
I've never even seen this before.
What is that?
I'll show you the figures. So it's in great condition. It's like mint. Actually, I have the.
Gotta be. Okay. It's something from Clone Wars, yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the one.
This has one of my favorite troopers in it, dude.
Yes.
This guy.
Yeah, I don't even know what his name is.
That is cool.
Glass Arm Trooper.
His name is Glass Arm Trooper. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But did yours have a display stand, Andrew? Look.
No.
Oh, it's custom.
That's neat. This guy's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's the one. He's the one. And then there's your R2 unit in here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an Ithorian. That's like the mayor from Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, no, just $60 for all of these. Got all the figures and that set.
Yeah, I picked this one up. I think I got it off a guy for $30.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Dude, those figures, I looked it up. You can't buy those figures for $30. Nope. Not all of them. Those figures seem to be worth a lot.
So Rick, how do you feel about those old Star Wars, or I'm sorry, those old Harry Potter sets?
I mean, I like the minifigs actually.
Yeah.
I kind of like the full height Harry Potter minifigs versus the short legged Harry Potter minifigs.
We've talked about this before. The short legs just kill me because you can't pose them, obviously.
Yeah,
so
correct.
It's rough. Like they've got the mid legs. Just give them all mid legs. So
the mid legs are great, and I don't think they came out until well after the short legs. Am I right on that?
Yeah, you are.
So yeah, they could go back, but they've just released Fluffy's Encounter, and I think they all had short legs, like unopposable. Yeah. They weren't that short.
Right.
The actual characters weren't that short. So I don't know. But I think the old sets are really, like, I'll say whimsical. They're less about technical prowess and more just about capturing the movie. So it's pretty cool. Like this one's
that's what Matthew's doing tonight. Oh, that's cool. That's what Matthew's building the castle tonight.
Ooh, nice.
He's building the big Hogwarts castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to pick that up before it retires.
I'd like to get a second one and do that university, but I don't really have a spot for it.
So that's what that one fella around here, Professor
Brickman,
he's doing that 25,000 piece.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I see him doing that.
Beast. Like it's a beast.
DCL
says makes sense. People were shorter in the past. You're killing me.
Not wrong.
Except they're getting shorter in the future.
Yeah. That's the tempers. Tempers are definitely shorter.
Yeah.
So Kev, you started talking about that reveal today, the F1. So obviously we're going to get a Technic McLaren F1 car, and I don't think that's the big supercar. I think it's just going to be a general. But it's how long's it been since we've had a Technic Formula One car? It's been a while, right?
Well, yeah, and like Rick was saying, that one came out when it wasn't really more. It was more about making it kind of look like an F1 car, I think, because I have no desire for that other F1 car. But I'll tell you straight up, if they put licensing behind it, and they could open up a whole line of that stuff. I mean,
for sure.
I mean, you go McLaren, you go Red Bull, you go like Silver Arrow. Like, it's endless. It's a money pit. So part of me really wants them to do that because I'm a huge F1 fan. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I said even about the Speed Champ set. You know, they come out with that Speed Champ set. It's going to be the Silver Arrow. One of the Silver Arrows there. You're going to build a little pit section out of that. You could do some pretty cool stuff.
I like the new Speed Champion sets. I think it's going to be a really successful line, and a lot better than the last few they've released.
Yeah.
I actually I got into the 6 wide in 2019, and then after I picking up like 5 or 6 sets, they changed to 8 wide, and I was like, oh, come on. Like, getting into the 6 wides. I was late to the game, but you know.
Yeah, me too.
Same way. I bought some of the 6 wide just because I've got a city table, and I don't like how the 8 wides look on the table, so I have stayed away from them, but I really wanted them. Like I wanted the Vets that came out last year because I love Corvettes, and then I really like that Lamborghini.
Oh yeah, that Countach is beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, the Lamborghini, the Ferrari, the old Ferrari, the 1970 Ferrari. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. The next time I see the Porsche creator car go on sale, I'm definitely going to be buying it. I'll probably end up doing that reversible. Yeah, that thing. It looks so close. It's so cool.
Yeah, the Batmobile's cooler.
Okay, I have that brand new box ready to go at some point. I haven't done 89.
It's the 89 Batmobile, but white.
Yeah, there's a alt build for that Porsche. That's a Batmobile.
Oh, that's
I'm sorry, I've never seen this. Then okay,
it's awesome. You have, but honestly, I would take the Lambo over the Batmobile between the two of the alternate builds. That Lambo is
it looks
insane, but they're both gorgeous.
Yeah, that's awesome. I haven't done. Is that a Technic car? No, it's just a brick build car, right?
Regular system, yeah.
All right.
Hey, James says, Kevin, thanks for answering my question on your old video. I ended up picking up 3 Sith arts to build the Vader. You're a bad influence.
But you'll be thanking me later, my friend. It's well, I don't know if you can see mine. You can kind of see the lightsaber back there lit up.
Yes.
That's sweet.
Hit you up if you got some extra trans red.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Wow. I love that thing, and that just to light it up like that is super simple, super quick, not really difficult. It basically and it actually, to me, it looks better even when it's not lit, because the trans reds, I staggered them out so they come out just in a little half dome.
Yep.
And it looks like it looks 3D coming out of the unit. So. But yeah, you will absolutely love it. And out of those ones, that would be my all-time favorite. And barring that, I think I would do everything a lot different. I mean, Tanner designed me that Joker one. I wouldn't trade that for anything. Aspen got me on the route to do the Sith art that's beside the Vader over there. And again, another one of my favorite pieces. The Iron Man one's okay, but it's kind of where it leaves it. I would much rather do some of these guys' custom stuff. The Ahsoka one that Matt built, phenomenal. Tanner's Obi-Wan, off the charts. Like, there's so much nicer stuff.
Well, yeah, there's millions of mosaic ideas out there, and there's just. And not even just doing the studs and the tiles. Like, people are getting real creative with it and doing flat tiles. They're doing a combination of stuff sticking out further.
Yes.
Got a couple of good mosaic pieces that he's as well.
Is it something McBricks?
McBricks.
I think that's a guy who does like I'm thinking of the Mario where it's like all greebling, where it's like no regular parts, it's just random parts.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about. And
I think his name
is another one who does just some fantastic mosaics.
And Brendan,
Speaking
just
of
asked which one you build with. Which building program do you use, or designer program did you use, Tanner?
I just use Studio. Yeah, I'll to do the art stuff. It's a combination of things. There's a really cool site that you can go to that you can put a picture in and it spits out a mosaic. It's called Lego Art Remix. You can do that. You can do it. Studio's got a mosaic option as well that you can import photos and spit out mosaic. The Sidious one, I just took a picture of it on my phone and then I just pixelated it. You can just do that in your phone app, and then I just used that to kind of just start laying studs down in Studio. So I don't know. It just depends on how quick you want to do something and how you want to do it. Matthews here said, "Hey, who invited McLovin?" I think that's Chef Andrew.
Hey.
Oh, Matthew.
That's funny.
This is the only time he speaks is when he's behind a keyboard.
Rick, you were going to say something.
I was going to talk about Brick Huntress a bit because she's a good friend of mine who I met recently last year. And this month, she and I are going to co-host one of her Let's Build challenges, which is going to be digital building.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So the announcement's coming out on Sunday. So anybody that likes to build in Studio, what's that?
Or today.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Or maybe today. But anybody that likes to build in Studio or build digitally, whether it's LDD or Studio, it's going to be fun.
So Brennan, you can download Studio right off of Bricklink. So you can download a copy of it. And now that Lego said that they're going to stop, they basically stopped supporting Digital Designer, but they're totally punting it like you can't download it anymore. I'm hoping they're going to sink some more efforts and resources into Studio as well to make it a better program, but it's already a pretty solid program.
Oh yeah. The only thing it's lacking is that it doesn't have the parts selection, from what I understand, that LDD has.
Yeah, correct.
But that's just a simple upload, right? They just need to, right? So
absolutely.
Oh, I have an update actually. I just remembered. So I'd ordered a whole bunch of tiles. Remember I made the boo-boo and I ordered
Yep, wrong color.
Yeah, so here, Matthew, so what's everybody building in chat today? So I ordered the wrong color because on Lego's website, they show their medium tile as the color I wanted, but it's not. It's actually a light tile.
Yeah.
So it's been 3.5 weeks now. I haven't received. Now, if you recall, this happened to me with black tile.
Yep.
And I ordered 999 of them, and they didn't come. I called, and they said, you know what? We're going to cancel your order and resend it. And I'm like, so you're telling me that I have to wait another month to get this stuff? So now with because I'm pretty sure the stuff's still on a boat somewhere. But the guy said if you call back, he goes, because on the shipping thing, it just keeps updating it updates the same time every day, AM, PM. So it says 6:37 AM en route, 6:37 PM en route. So it's somewhere.
Stuck somewhere, yeah.
And but the guy said to me, he goes, you know what? I'm putting a note in your file. If you call back, it's going to be Tuesday. If you call back on Tuesday and it still says the same stuff on there, I'm canceling and resending. And if it comes, you'll get the brick. Now, the problem I had with it was I ordered it, realized my mistake. I called the next day and it was already in warehouse, which is not true. So they wouldn't let me change the color. So I'm hoping that when I call back and they're going to cancel this order, they're going to allow me to change the color.
Change the color, yeah.
Now, the only bonus with this is the pick and build and the bricks and pieces now being amalgamated there. Now my order is going to come from the States. Because when I ordered the last batch, they still weren't that grouping. And so this order should hopefully get to my house a lot sooner.
Faster, yeah, within a week.
And it could be like the other one that they both show up on the exact same day.
Be hilarious.
That's exactly what happened with the other one. Remember, it just the doorbell rang, the one order was there, and I'm like, oh cool, I can get building. And I literally start walking downstairs and rings the doorbell and goes, oh, the guy goes, this was on the truck too, and he throws me the second order. Well, isn't that ironic? So here's to hoping.
Yeah. Well, this year I'm going to focus more attention on my mocks than buying anything from Lego.
Yeah.
You and me both, brother. That's
right?
happening. Yeah.
Yeah. And thankfully, so far, other than the Speed Champion set, there's nothing that's really grabbing me that I need to just go out and buy. You know, like it's.
They'll find something.
Something's coming. I know it, but yeah.
Full disclosure, I'm kind of the same way right now. I'm in a little bit different boat. I'm on buying hold because I just can't afford stuff right now, which is fine.
Yep.
And a lot of the stuff I'm not. Normally, it would really affect me to not get it right away, and it hasn't really bugged me. And to the even the point of some of it, I'm like, I just don't need it.
Yeah.
So I look at the stuff. So I look at Andrew's bridge there. I'm in love with it. It's going to happen. I'm going to do that. Right.
There you go.
My Daily Bugle, my Avengers Tower, even the mock, my Sanctum that I'm working on. I have much more enjoyment looking at those things than I do anything else. So
right. Yeah.
That's kind of the path that I've chosen as well. I'm going to go that route.
Hey, can I take a look at this?
You got this one.
It's my first one. I just got it yesterday.
Is that the one you were talking to me about earlier?
No. I mean, it's probably talking about the bridge. Maybe I'm not too sure.
No,
but,
I think you were talking about that one came with no figures or something.
Oh no, I got all the figures for this one.
Add figures.
Anyways, figures. There you go. Now I think all the figures came with this one. I actually have another one brand new sealed, and my plan will be to like make like a cool Sanctum. I have a couple of the what are they like the Sanctum Sanctorum sets, like not just this one, the one with like the thing coming out of the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're going to add that to it.
Yes.
And there's a newer one. Yeah.
Is don't bother opening the other one, just sell it.
Yeah, just need one.
You don't even need the one. You're not going to use anything out of that.
What about this part here?
You can make a better one.
Oh no. Okay.
No, I'm giving you this free advice because I opened 2 sets and I really wish I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I definitely that's one of the reasons why I snagged this one the other day was because I'm like, oh, I got to get another one here and keep the one sealed. But
honestly, there's not enough brick and so here's just what I found with it. There's not enough brick and everything that you're going to need that's right there. The only piece that you're really ever that you would use out of that would technically be that window. So if you look at your set right there, let me just find you.
Is that a 8x8
the door maybe? Yes. Oh no, sorry, I would say 6 by 6.
Oh, is it only 6? Okay.
I'd say so, yeah.
So what do you think of this? It's a rough start, but
oh, cool. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So this is the same footprint. It's Mills plate, but it's the same footprint as HQ.
Yeah.
And then there's stuff inside it right now, but
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, nice.
So there's your staircase coming down, and I've just been working on that a little bit. I haven't done much to it. It took me a while to figure out this window configuration in the corner here, but honestly, out of the Sanctum set, they're both still together over there.
Okay. That's good to know for sure.
Then the window will go up atop here, but which Lego Masters was it, Tanner?
It was Scotty and Owen, season
Scotty
3.
and Owen built a Sanctum, and what he used was one by with the grabber hook on it, the black ones. He grabbed a whole bunch of those, and then he used the black plastic tubes,
flex tube, right?
Flex tube, and he just clipped those on there, and you can shape them to the lines in the top.
Oh,
And
that's
it looked
interesting.
phenomenal.
Mhm.
Okay, that was actually on the show.
What's that?
You can see
Was
it
that actually on the show?
Australian.
It's the Australian one, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
real quick in the chat, we got Todd here. Welcome, Todd. Good to see you. We got Seth in. We got Oldendorf in, and Adam Bjornis is here as well.
hey,
So
how you doing, buddy? How you doing, guys?
Hello.
Thanks for joining us. Oh, and I got to show the boat there too. I made a Mills plate for that thing, so I got to show that in a bit. I just want to get this Wiley built.
Well, I already finished the first of those little. They're really easy.
They're massive builds. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Look at this little thing.
That is awesome.
Oh,
Nice.
there you go. I lost the.
Oh, cool.
Still pretty cool, eh?
Yeah.
And it came with the ogre.
oh, that's not bad. That's really cool.
That
Yeah.
old molded piece, right?
I love how it's a molded piece and he's got the actual Lego size head, right?
Yeah.
He's like the Beetlejuice guy. He's got his head shrunk.
And then a
Yeah,
cloth,
exactly.
Loincloth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
he's
get
got like
that.
a loincloth and like a vest, actual cloth vest. It's pretty cool.
We got Brett Hooper here. Hello, Brett.
Hey,
Brett.
Mr. Hooper.
So I'm gonna say about this Roadrunner, he is now my favorite brickhead ever.
Really?
Wow, yeah.
Look at his face, man. Like
It's pretty good.
it's so small. There's nothing to the build. So simple, but absolutely fantastic.
I'm going to go out and say I wish they had done the collectible minifigure in that style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a mold rather than a minifigure with legs. Like
agree. Yeah,
Agree, yeah.
it would have been great.
I'm anxious. Were you a big Muppet fan, Rick?
Yep.
We're anxious about those minifigures.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
I'm gonna buy a whole box and not get a set out of it.
No, you won't.
Yeah. That happened to me on the last Series 22. It's the first I bought a box before, I think, or two, and that was the first time that out of all the entire, like, there should be 3 technically sets in there, right?
Yeah.
And I missed 2 minifigures. So
Like,
actually, I
one
just got
set?
that. No, I didn't have one complete set.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that was me and the other one. Matthew,
I
you're
know.
gone, buddy.
Matthew's
See you
headed
later.
out.
Yeah, no, that was nuts with my that Marvel set. I'm still miffed about it.
James said, "How does the battle pack have a missing piece? He's missing a piece in his battle pack.
Oh no.
It's no good."
Does anybody recognize this kind of packaging?
It just looks like
It's
a
a
bubble
mailer
mailer.
envelope, right?
Pardon?
Looks like a bubble mailer.
Mailer envelope, yeah.
I've seen a few people on Instagram have these. It's from Emmett's Toy Shop chest. Emmett's Toy Chest.
Oh, yeah.
So I was missing 2 of the minifigures, so I bought 2 off of him. So I had him ship me the minifigures I was missing.
There you
really?
go.
So
I got all the Looney Tunes minifigures at the Brick Shack.
nice.
That one day that I was there, that's all I bought. That and loose Lego.
Well,
nice.
I'm on the
is
hunt for
here.
one figure right now.
Which one are you looking for?
Oh, I don't know.
Little Cad Bane. That's a
Little
tough
Cad Bane,
one.
maybe?
Let's talk about that fella. You guys
Oh,
want
I
to
don't
talk
know
about
if I can without going all high pitched and stuff.
Oh man. So Book of Boba Fett we had a Boba Fett cameo in this episode at least. It was a really good Boba Fett cameo.
Yep.
We'll preface it by saying if anybody hasn't seen the episode and you don't like spoilers, you might want to say earmuffs. We're saying earmuffs right now. You might want to because we're going to talk some spoilers. But wow, that's what I'll start with. Wow.
Yeah. It won't even be a spoiler because when you're watching it, you'll just have a great big smile on your face.
Yeah, that episode, just the way it started with Timothy Oliphant, I wasn't sure we were going to get that guy again, and he's the perfect guy for a Western show, which these are after, because he's been in Deadwood, he's been in what's the other one that he was in, Justified.
Yeah.
Just perfect actor for that. And man, he just comes out and he's just strutting along. What are you doing in my area? And that opening just it hooked.
I like how they took on like the Western style, like it was all like a completely Western like movie. Like, I mean, I guess technically it's in the past, but I was gonna say in the future style, but I watched a Easter like one of those Easter egg things where they talk about the show, and so I didn't know this, so I'm sharing this now. The Timothy Oliphant, he was in like Deadwood there. The bartender in Deadwood is the bartender in the Book of Boba Fett, and so that was pretty cool. I thought that was interesting that they both were doing like an old Western movie again or show.
Yeah,
so,
that's pretty cool.
I don't know what his name is, but it was the same guy.
Bartender, yeah.
Bartender.
They they started off good. He gave them an option. He said, think about it. They didn't think about it. They're dumb. And poor decisions were made. So yeah, it opened with that. It started off great, and then the Mando does what he does. He gets to that planet or whatever. R2 units waiting for him.
Yeah.
And, I thought that was pretty
cool to see him. Yep.
And then I love that how he just shuts down, and I'm like, when he shut down, I was like, what the hell's about to happen here? So Tanner and I did talk about this earlier. They did a way better job on the CGI.
They did.
Yeah.
So the funny story there is, right after season 2 of Mandalorian came out, that finale, CGI is pretty rough on that, right? It was okay, but it was just
which was very surprising.
Real uncanny valley effect with it. There was a lot of, you should go get Sebastian Stan because he's a dead ringer for Luke Skywalker or whatever. Well, several YouTubers came out and they like enhanced it. They made it better.
Yep.
That deepfake technology.
Deepfake. Yep.
Lucasfilm hired the guy.
Wow.
And it's clear because the CGI was 100 times better. It was still a little rough in the dialogue part of it, like it's hard to do when the mouth is moving, but it was just 100% better.
So who's voicing him though? Is it actually?
Hamill. Yeah, it's Hamill.
Well, the way he's delivering the lines, it's
mechanical.
Yeah,
right?
It's not exactly.
Yeah, so it's mechanical, and even his movements were a little bit like that's what I think Tanner's alluding to as well. That he's very mechanical, but I was thinking the same thing, but then I started just wetting myself when he was like helping Grogu. He's like, he lets him walk 2 steps, and he goes, nope.
Yeah,
he comes up right.
So I mean, I got a couple of thoughts on that. One, when they're doing animation of people's mouths, it's harder. So I think some of the dialogue they were trying to put in to clearly use words and phrases that didn't make the mouth look so awkward. And so that had to come off a little bit flat. But if you think back to some of Luke's dialogue in Return of the Jedi, he was kind of flat anyway. Like he was.
You're right. He was. You're right. I was thinking the exact same thing. Is that in the first couple of movies he's all gun ho and ready to go, and then in the third one he's reached to this Zen level where he's kind of just calm and he's the master.
He like
so
hit puberty.
That's the state of life he's in right now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What'd you say, Kevin?
He hit puberty.
Yeah. I think he was hitting it in A New Hope, and then it ended by the time he got through to Jedi. But then you see him in the sequels, like 8, 9, and 7, 8, and 9,
Yeah.
Or rather 8 and 9, and he's not like that anymore. He's now a new type of
Luke.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of cool. So I just kind of accepted it and thought, okay, that's what's happening here. But yeah, the mechanicalness, I think you nailed it, Kevin, with that. And Tanjam, you're right. Like the way his mouth is moving, and maybe that is what they did, was they kind of used Hamill speaking words that didn't stress the digital artistry.
Right.
So yeah.
Right.
But it was like it was a lot better. It was acceptable for what was going on, because really towards the the end of towards his time into that sort of thing, it was like you didn't really care because there was so much other stuff going on.
I got chills when the lightsaber.
Yoda's? Okay.
No, when Luke put his on for the first time.
Yeah.
Okay,
In that scene, I got chills because that sound, that initial sound of the saber, and
Oh,
the color of the saber, and the fact that it's Luke doing it is just
Yeah, for sure. And then we'll kind of fast forward that a little bit. Like we'll go a little bit to the end of that episode where he gives the option, right?
Yeah.
So now when he goes to give that option, I'm sitting there and I'm watching the episode, and he opens up, and to me, I think Tanner nailed it. It was a chainmail, right?
Yeah.
So I thought it still was going to be the shifter knob.
Yeah.
So he then he says, and which is weird because basically he's giving Grogs the option. He's saying, okay, you either choose like a family, or you choose the Force, which has already proven that if you choose the Force, you tear apart anything good, sort of thing, right? Like, or if you choose a family, you're probably going to be in a better situation.
Yeah.
Well, I think my mind's already set. I think I know which way he's going. We'll let him pull it, but I think he's going to go to the Mando. Right?
Yeah. Agreed.
Oh yeah.
I agree as well.
Yeah, I think so.
And, so I'm excited about that, because I was kind of when the Mando landed there and stuff, I didn't really think that there was going to be, hey, make a choice.
Yeah.
Just by the way, like the Mando was acting, and the way like Grogs was kind of, he wants to be with them. So
yeah,
I think that's going to happen. Or Luke just might say, okay, just kidding, you can go with them, but you still need to train. Who knows?
This was a rhetorical question.
That's pointing something out that was really subtle but really cool. So when Mando first lands and he gets out of the ship and he's saying hello to R2, the camera pans past R2, and R2 is perfectly framed in the bubble of that Naboo starfighter.
Oh,
like he's riding in it. And he did, he was Anakin's co-pilot in that. Yeah. In episode 1. So it was just a really subtle nod that they did with R2 that, just great direction from Filoni on that episode.
Absolutely. Another killer episode. But then we're going to get to my all-time favorite part. The one where Tanner and I had pretty much the same response. We weren't watching it together, but we definitely shared the old what's the guy's name? What's the Mando that's the sheriff dude there? So when Marshall comes out, and Morris says Ahsoka makes an appearance there too, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Which is great from the fact that that we've got a show coming with her, and I think it's going to be off the charts, So when Marshall comes down and he looks out, and you see from that far out distance, as far as it goes, I see the silhouette, and the first thing I yelled out, I was watching by myself, and I yelled out, "It's Cad Bane! It's Cad Bane!"
Yep.
And I'm watching, and then it like pans off, pans back, pans, and he's getting closer. And I was getting more and more excited. And when he just started talking and stuff, I was losing my marbles, because that's going to bring the show to a next level, I think, personally.
It's funny. I watched and I shared it with Maura with Brick Girl. I watched a bunch of people's reactions to that moment in the show. There's a video that some guy compiles all these YouTubers' reactions as they're live watching it, and it's the same all around. Like it's panned way out, and they're like, "Oh no way!" Everybody starts there, and then the next shot, you see the wide brimmed hat, and they're like, "That's friggin' Cad Bane." That just. The excitement, and it was the same for me. Like it was just, if you've watched the Clone Wars or the Bad Batch, that character is he's the epitome of bounty hunter. He's what Boba Fett was to us when we watched the original trilogy.
Right. Cold, calculating, mysterious. Yeah,
exactly.
He's not the new Powder Puff Boba Fett.
No.
Not the new Bath Time Fun Boba Fett.
Bath Time Fun.
That's fine. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say we're just talking about Cad Bane there. When that scene happened there, I was watching it during the day. It was like Wednesday morning, and the kids were home because of the snow. And my son, we were watching it all together, but he just happened to take off to like the bathroom or whatever, and all of a sudden, you saw like the silhouette like from far behind that it was Cad Bane. I'm like, oh, like Maddox, get over here, hurry up. Like dude, I'm not pausing it. I guess is what I'm getting at. You gotta hurry up.
That was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then he gives them their warning. He shoots them, and
I wasn't expecting it, and I was going to say I'm probably the only. I know now that I'm the only one on the stream that didn't know who that character was and hasn't watched the Bad Batch or the Clone Wars. So, I'm kind of a diehard original trilogy guy.
Yeah.
I just watched the first 3 and the original trilogy and Rogue One with my kids, and they enjoyed them, and I enjoyed them a little more. But I there's just a lot in the first 3 that I can't get over. It's just
for sure. And I'm the same way. Tanner kind of browbeat me into watching it because he's like, you gotta watch. He kept feeding it to me, and I ended up watching it. And you know what? With a lot of the episodes that I will say like they lost me, but I kind of went to a place I was building anyway, and the TV was playing up here. And I just kind of audiobooked it.
Yeah.
Right. I listened to what was going on because the whole Jar Jar Binks section, not interested. Like it wasn't good. That underwater stuff was terrible to me.
Yeah.
And I just audiobooked it just to kind of stay along like in the program. Yeah. But there is a lot of stuff that happens in the Clone Wars that explains a lot of stuff to your brain.
Yep.
If that makes any sense. Once you get past the fact of the cartoon aspect, that's where I had a hard time with it. And I was talking to one of my guys at work the other day, and he goes, I can't get past the cartoon. I told him just to audiobook it. Just listen. Because you'll hear stuff, and then you'll have to look up and see what the heck's going on, right? But going through it, there's so much other story element that you do receive and you do get, and it explains some stuff to you that it makes it worth that watch.
Well, this time watching them, I paid so much more attention.
Yeah.
And because it was the second or third time that I had seen them in totality, I did pick up on what's going on with the Republic and in the Senate and the kind of stuff that you kind of glaze over the first time because you're like, I just want to see a good lightsaber battle.
Lightsaber battle, yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
At the first time you see it, and then you realize it's political, and you're like, oh my. But this time watching it, I did, like you say, I learned a lot. Yeah. And it helped, and I enjoyed it more. And then I think the one that I have the most trouble with is the third one,
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith, yeah. There's just a lot of stuff in there that, oh boy.
Yeah.
But again, you have to look past it, at least this is from my perspective, to the deeper story, and that's of course the rise of Vader and all the strife that he went through, which pushed him in the direction that he went, right?
So that's what's great about Clone Wars, Rick. So the writing for the prequel trilogy was you can't even fault the actors. The writing was just, it had very poor moments, and they really butchered the writing for Anakin Skywalker. And the Clone Wars completely redeems that character. Like, you really get a sense that it's not just a whiny kid, you know, who's upset about his girlfriend dying. It's really this. It empowers the character, I think. And it empowers several of the characters in there. And yes, there are some really terrible arcs that they go on. You're bound to have some bad episodes in a 20-episode season, right? But there are some really powerful character arcs. There's a lot of people that don't like Ahsoka when she first comes into Clone Wars but the way they develop that character over 7 seasons is
she
just
becomes
amazing.
One of your favorites.
She really does. What they do with you've seen Solo, right, Rick?
I did. Yeah, I saw Solo. Yeah.
So the post credits when Darth Maul shows up, you're probably like, "What the heck? I saw him die." Well, they flesh out that whole how he's not dead in the Clone Wars. I'm sure you're aware of that. And that character, they just make him. When I saw that character on screen in the movie theater, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this character is amazing!" And then he dies like a chump in Phantom Menace. And you never see him again, right? Yeah. And he doesn't speak a word. The dialogue that these guys write for him in Clone Wars and then in Rebels, just really powerful character. The guy that voice acts him, Sam Witwer, does a phenomenal job with it. Like, it's a series I started watching with my kids, and they kind of tuned it out after a while because even they didn't like some of the characters. And then I got hooked on it. Like, and like Kevin said, it's not one you have to really be watching and paying attention to. You can just be listening and really pick up on the Star Wars undertones of it.
Well, my very good friend Brett Hooper got me started with Clone Wars, and I made it about 3 episodes in, lost interest only because, and it's funny because I just said to my wife the other day, we've started watching a show on Netflix called Archive 81.
Yeah, one of my
89 or 81?
81.
Okay, I actually was watching that today. I thought it was 89. Never mind.
I believe it's 81. Yeah.
Yeah, you could be right.
Yeah, and we got through 2 episodes, and then I said, "So are we watching number 3 tonight?" And she's like, "I don't know. It's not really grabbing me." And I'm like, "Well, sometimes you have to get through the first 2." And here I am saying this.
We lost Kevin. He'll be back.
Saying this yet at the same time, I'm the one that dropped out after 2 episodes of Clone Wars. So I think I will give it another try.
Yeah.
And try to power through it. And I love Darth Maul's character. And everything about him is just awesome. Like, it's just like he is totally sinister. Like, it's just what you imagine evil Sith or evil.
Do you know where he came from? Like his upbringing and stuff like that? Like
I know a little bit of his backstory, but not too much.
I haven't read any of the books or anything, but I've watched a few 50-minute things about him, and so basically I know what happens all through the Clone Wars. I haven't finished it yet. I'm doing it with that one order that they have on StarWars.com. How to watch the Clone Wars. I'm doing it that way.
The actual chronological order instead of the way it jumps.
So and like Kevin said, and like you guys have been saying there, I when I was watching it, I would watch most of it, but every once in a while, I just be like, you know what, it's in the background. I got something going on here. I could be walking around, have my headset on, and just whatever, pay attention every once in a while, and then knock a few episodes out. But I enjoy Darth Maul a lot. I guess what I'm trying to say here, and I kind of ruined the Clone Wars because I know what's going to happen now because I've watched this whole thing about his whole life, and he's an awesome character. So to see him in movie theater or movie again or an actual live action would be awesome.
So it would be. So Cad Bane, I'll just explain to you who Cad Bane is. In the episode 1 through 3, Jango Fett's the big bad bounty hunter, right? He's the guy. Then he gets he dies, right? Mm-hmm. Well, he mentored Cad Bane, who is this Duros bounty hunter. Then Cad Bane mentors Boba Fett, right? And so there's that connection between all of them that's cool. There's several arcs, like Palpatine hires Cad Bane to go steal a Jedi holocron, so there's a big character arc on that. He gets hired to kidnap Force-sensitive children for Palpatine, so that,
Right.
that kind of thing. So just he's also very adept at fighting Jedi. Like, and there's several episodes where he goes toe to toe with Kenobi and with Anakin Skywalker a few times. The tubes that he has are not because he can't breathe. They are so that a Force user can't force choke him. If they force choke him, he can still breathe through it. Like that's
my word,
the impetus of this character, right? So now
I like that. Yeah.
What happened though is right before Clone Wars, there's Kevin. He's back.
Hey, Kevin.
I don't know what's going on tonight. This is
Welcome
ridiculous.
to the stream.
All right, buddy. Right before Clone Wars was canceled back in, I forgot what year it was canceled in, they were going to do a 4-episode character arc with Boba Fett and Cad Bane, just kind of learning together. And that was going to end with a duel between those two. Like they have a falling out and there's a duel. And there's actually, you can go out and look on YouTube. There's some really rough, uncut footage of the duel sequence. And they end up drawing at the same time and they shoot each other. And Bane's hat pops up in the air and Fett falls to the ground and you see the helmet and there's a dent in the helmet. That's the dent from
the dent. Wow.
So, the obvious history between these two that Filoni really wants to play on. And so I think they're going to have another big duel at the end of this episode.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess the backstory that I knew about Darth Maul was that he came from a planet of exotic dancers. Is that correct?
Yes.
It is now.
And it didn't take much for him to get turned to the dark side.
That's right. It sure is now. That's what I'm going with.
Sweet. Oh, my goodness.
Rebecca's here. Hello, Rebecca.
Hey, Becca. How you doing?
Rebecca says, go sports. Speaking of go sports, Kevin, who won the fastest skating skills competition?
I think my computer cut out again.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Connor McDavid let the St. Louis Toronto-born player win it.
Yeah. Oh. Well, still a W. Brett says, wonder if Darth Jar Jar will make an appearance.
Darth Jar Jar. Oh boy, could you imagine?
Yeah, I'm excited for. I mean, they're obviously finally building up to a big battle, and we might actually get Boba Fett in that battle. Hopefully.
Well, I think I'm going to call it right now. I think Boba Fett rides his Rancor, and he eats Cad Bane.
Could be. You know,
I really hope not, though.
I was talking to somebody about it today, and they said they made a very bold prediction. They think Boba's going to die, like actually die.
I think that's probably right.
Like, and I mean, think about it.
Into the Rancor pit again?
Maybe.
Yeah, but the Rancor wins this time.
But this time, it's serious.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Not for the Rancor.
Well, that would be pretty dramatic.
Well, I've been waiting for a while here now on that stupid.
Oh, $5. You got to be kidding me. Sorry.
I've been waiting for a while now on the stupid, like, you know, when Boba's in the pit and he's overly excited about wanting to ride the Rancor, and he leaves, and the trainer says, "Oh, don't worry, he'll be back." Mm-hmm. And the Rancor looks at the trainer like, "Yeah, I know he'll be like." So that's his. That's his, I think he's impressioned on that trainer, not on Boba.
Correct. That's what I was getting from that scene too.
Yeah, so that there's already a plot, because I mean,
a plot.
A crime syndicate has just given you something that will eat the hell out of you.
Sorry, just pause for a minute. Brett Hooper fitting right in says, rides a Rancor. That's what she said.
Yeah.
I got to run upstairs and I'll be right back in a second, okay, guys?
Right, no problem, Rick.
But yeah, I think there's still. I've been kind of as excited as I've been. Oh, his feet are cool. As excited as I've been for like all the Mando Fett stuff.
Yep.
I kind of want to get back to that to see what happens with that, because I think that ends poorly for Boba.
DCL said Salacious Crumb will appear and kill them all. The end.
Yep.
I think he's gone. Although, you know what's funny? You guys know who Max Rebo is?
I know who Max Headroom is.
Max Rebo's the big elephant-looking guy that's playing the harpsichord and whatever.
Okay, yeah.
So we all thought he died on the sail barge, but apparently he got out. He made it off because they've shown him a couple times in that bar scene. Well, the bar scene gets blown up this episode, right?
Yep.
Guess who wasn't in the bar when it got blown up?
Oh, really?
That dude, he knows. Like
he's in contact with somebody.
I think we're gonna end with Max Rebo sitting on Boba Fett's throne. He's just gonna be up there chilling, playing the piano.
Yep.
Exactly. You got it.
You got it, man.
Oh, you said it, man.
You said it, man.
Brennan said, yeah, he's calling a night. Busy day tomorrow, so now he has to build 3 quarter and 4 on Sunday. We'll see.
All right, buddy. Have a good night. Thanks for swinging by.
Wants to know, Kevin, what do you think of the brickheads?
Sorry, what's that?
Cam guy's asking what you think of the brickheads.
Love them. The Wile E. Coyote's okay, but the Roadrunner is awesome. Like, this fella's great. Love him.
Brick Girl's missing a part. She's working on. You still working on R2D2, Brick Girl?
Oh, hopefully Rebecca doesn't help her with that third leg part because she had some troubles there.
I think she was handling the third leg quite well. Actually, she was doing okay with it.
Oh, we should have had her on tonight with that.
Yes, we should have. Andrew, how's that home one going? You're talking on mute, Andrew.
So pretty good.
Yeah, it's going pretty well. I'm just building the base of it right now. I have the A-wing finished. It was 1 full bag. There's only 3 sets of bags in the.
It's not a bad looking A-wing though. It's a pretty good little ship.
Not too bad. It's this thing right here. I don't really see how it clips in here. This thing's just kind of loose.
Huh.
Maybe this comes out. It's supposed to be like a. I'm not too sure. It just slides in there, then maybe that can slide in so it stays in. I don't know. That's just not familiar with that type of A-wing on the back, whatever that could be. Little droid or something, but no, it's pretty cool.
Awesome.
What the hell did I do here?
I'm still working. I don't think I ever said what I'm building. I'm doing the globe tonight, and
oh yeah, did not know
the
that.
stand is just lovely so far. But I got to this part where you build it, and I didn't notice the sneaky 5X at the end.
At the very end.
I did see Easy's TikTok today. Where he made it to bag. I think he's at bag 3, and you're basically in the stand, right?
Yeah.
Bag 3 is a stand, so that's quite a big hefty little build there for.
It is, yeah.
How many pieces?
It is 23. Where's the box?
Oh no.
25.85.
Oh yeah, he's cute.
Oh yeah, that's one of the better ones.
Oh yeah.
Look here, I love Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
All printed,
baby.
The
movie though. Oh,
can't wait for that movie. Yeah.
All printed, right?
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, that's cool. All printed. I like the wings. Those are cool.
Yeah.
I like his little. Look at his boots. He's the guy. They gave him like little attention to detail. They gave him the green toppers on his boots.
Yeah.
There.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's pretty cool. But out of the 3 of them, the Roadrunner is definitely the winner for me. Now,
She Trooper's loving her some Buzz too.
yeah, she wants. She was gonna steal mine, so pretty sure it's a goner.
You could pick one up for her, you know. Just saying.
I bought her some lovely flowers. Look at.
Yeah, you did, and then you made her build them.
And I made her build them, and I built her a vase for them. Look. I still got to make this better. We did this right before the stream started, but built a little vase up there for them.
Not bad.
Yeah, see, look, gone. I'm gonna hide them. But yeah, so
there.
What's that?
I said, Rick, what do you got there?
I'm putting my photo booth together.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Tanner does that from time to time.
I do it all the time. Yeah.
I still got to build one. I wonder if I should do this taxi next.
I think you should.
Oh, Tanner, I was going through. We're going through Sarah's bricks and stuff.
Yep.
And just thought I'd bring this to your attention. Look what I found in the.
Oh, you got your stickers. All right.
Oh, cool.
They're on plates.
Oh, they're already on there.
Because
are they up? Because why?
It's in her bulk lot.
Oh.
But when they did when whoever built it, when they did it, they put one of each sticker on. Remember, I said to you that I was gonna
you're
put one on each side, and then you could rotate it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll fire you my next package. I'll fire you the opposite, because I give you this one here.
You gave me Salacious, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll send you that one so you could put it on the other side or whatever.
Perfect.
Oh, it's mine.
Hey, Rick, at some point here tonight, you're going to have to show Kevin your alien armored vehicle.
The APC.
I can do that right now if you'd like.
Excellent.
I think I know exactly what his reaction is going to be already.
We're going to.
It's going to be off the charts. It's
all right.
Here you go.
Are you an Aliens fan, Kevin?
Boop. Yep.
Oh.
Hi, everybody.
I think they're delicious.
Okay, so this was the second thing I built as an AFOL.
No big
First,
deal,
sorry,
right?
was that,
No big
sorry,
deal,
did
right?
you
Like,
say A-full or A-hole?
both.
Yeah.
Well, I was an A-hole before I was an AFOL. So I can combine the two. I don't know. So the first thing I built was the Ark of the Covenant from the Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Oh,
which is
yes.
one of my favorite of all time movies, trilogies, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the second, of course, was another one of my favorites, Aliens. So this is my custom APC.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, it's unbelievable, the details in this thing.
Yeah. Huh.
And playability. Oh my, I'll let him talk.
Yeah. So when I designed this, went through four iterations.
Yeah.
So when I designed the first one, it was a lot smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I built it, I thought, okay, it needs more detail. So I bumped up the scale a little bit, and then I got to building that, and I had some interior, but I was like, no, it needs to fit more people. So I upped the scale even more. And then the final iteration was it needs to have a sliding door and a sliding captain's chair, and it needs to have rocket launchers, and the gun needs to go up and down, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, why wouldn't it? For sure.
Right? It needs to have all that. So the sliding door is here. Let me just do that. So you got your sliding door.
Oh, wow.
With hazard
thing.
Now, in reality, because the vehicle's so low and because of what I did with the floor here, this won't fit full height minifigs.
Yeah.
But you can imagine them having to duck anyway because it's a military vehicle. So we'll let it go.
Yeah.
But you can just barely see inside from this angle, but I'll show you the inside completely. But just in here, you can see the monitors. Can you see the marine screens?
Yeah.
So on the front, we've got the rotating turret. We've got the driver's side window where you can see through.
Yeah.
Up top, rocket launchers. They pop out.
Oh, you got to show the G.I. Joe thing after.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. At the back, we've got the sliding up cannon top turret.
That's actually my favorite part.
Yep, it snaps right into position, so it will not go back down.
Yeah,
and of course rotates 360. And then when you want to stow it, you just snap it out, drag it down, and let her stow.
So how did you design that? Like what did you do to get it to stick there?
Well, clearly he architects, bro.
Yeah.
I actually am an architectural technologist, but that I don't know how much that factored in. I don't design vehicles by any means in my profession. I design buildings, but this is a kind of illegal technique like this would never pass with Lego, but I'll show you in a bit how I did it. So the minifig compartment. So I wanted to make sure that you could open it up and gain access to the interior, which is right in here. So the other thing is I wanted to make sure that you could like take this off as a single piece.
Yeah.
And then you have all the access you want to the inside. So now you can actually see those marine screens.
My goodness.
That's awesome.
Get focused for a second there.
He custom made all those print pieces there.
That's correct. Why won't it focus? Stop looking
At
at
least
me.
the screen's there, not the gauges,
Look
I
at the
guess.
vehicle.
Whatever. Yeah, that's awesome.
That is cool.
I just wish it would focus. There we go. There.
Yeah.
I can see your forehead pretty good.
My forehead looks great. Anyway, look, it's me peeking over the APC. Anyway, so on the inside, we've got the captain's chair, and that, of course, is swivel capable, rotate capable, so it slides inside the floor. So that's a faux floor that I built in there.
Oh, wow.
You got the driver's area, the gunner, the captain, and then you can't have an armored personnel carrier without personnel, right?
Yeah.
So in the back are the Marines. Now I've just got basic figs in here right now, but
that's cool.
That's the Marine seating in there. You can look right down the center of the vehicle.
They're getting ready to drop.
Yeah, exactly. Elevator to hell, going down. Express elevator to hell. There's the seat restraints that just kind of go down on a thing. Yeah, that's basically it. So I'm going to show you the back now where I made the mechanism that allows the gun to slide up. So what I did was I wanted to build it on the inside of the vehicle first, but I knew if I did that, I'd be sacrificing Marine seating in the interior. So I built it on the outside on rails. So it's not exactly as the real one works, but it's close.
Yep.
So it's just basically these curved sort of tile structures, right? These rails. And then once you pop these two parts at the top off, you can actually take the gun off. And then you'll see this contraption I built here, which is basically two headlight bricks with a bar through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then a Technic brick at the front with a half pin.
Yep.
And the bar just kind of rides perfectly on the underside of those tiled rails.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's pretty much it.
That's beautiful.
And then it just ends in there with that half pin. That's cool.
Yes, and then it just snaps into that Technic brick at the front there with that half pin and stays in place. So,
Very cool.
Yeah.
Game over, man.
Game over. So this is what really got me started in the whole AFOL world, because I built this and I got like good reactions in person, right? And then somebody said, you need to put it on Reddit, see what Reddit thinks about it. I did that, and people were like, when can I buy the instructions? When can I buy the instructions? And I had no idea what and how to make instructions. And that's what led me to Studio, made the instructions. And to date, I have sold, I think it's now over 80 of the instructions.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's a good success story in terms of developing skill to mock and also maybe making a buck to pay for it somehow.
Rick, if somebody wanted to buy those instructions, they do it off Rebrickable, or you have a website or anything?
You can find me on Rebrickable, absolutely, under Rick Brickham. And you can also find it on my website, which is just rickbrickham.com.
Awesome.
And the instructions for that model, prices are there. And you also get a PDF, printable PDF, which gives you all of the stickers
On the
for
monitor.
vehicles. So you print that on a sticker sheet, and that will. And you get the parts list, which can be uploaded to Bricklink, so you can just complete your parts order.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Pash, Pash, welcome, buddy.
Hey, Pash, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, that is phenomenal. And you know what? Like, even when I did the Bugle or the Avengers Tower, stuff like that, when people see that stuff and they start questioning on it, it's cool. Like, even Professor Brickman wants to come over, take pictures of it, and I'm a firm believer in, like, I am all about supporting like Tanner's cab, all that sort of stuff. Anybody that puts effort in this, whatever you're paying for instructions, it's just worth it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tanner actually shared earlier with me. There's a Tasmanian Devil. The instructions, I think, are $14 or something.
$14, yeah.
And anybody who's ever built something or put blood, sweat, and effort into building a mock or something along that lines knows that $14 is not a very big price to pay. It sounds like when you look at it, even Tanner and I were like $14, but then you start kind of remembering of when you're building stuff and how long it took you and the effort you put into it and the frustrations and that sort of stuff. All of a sudden, it's worth every penny. So,
Exactly.
Except for when the guy picked like a super rare 2x14 piece.
I'm sure Rick will tell you, building it and designing the mock is one thing, but making the instructions is the freaking other thing.
It's a whole nother level of pain, but I enjoyed it.
Especially and I'm sure with yours, Rick, I'm sure you wanted to make them very professional. You wanted to make them very easy to follow. I've downloaded some where you can tell they just threw them together and said, threw you to the wolves, right? So if you think about that when people design stuff and what kind of care they put into not only building a model and designing a model, but giving you the instructions that you can easily rebuild the model if you want to, it's more than worth the price that they want to charge for.
Exactly. I have not received one single complaint yet.
Oh, wait till Andrew buys something like this.
Exactly.
What is this crap? But no, Tangem, you're absolutely right. Just like the mock itself, I wanted to put every effort into those instructions to make sure that people wouldn't have any issue following them at all. Absolutely. Because just like you said, I know how frustrating it is when I run into an issue and I can't, who do I ask? That person's not going to be available 24/7. So now what? I'm stuck.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that they don't get that issue. So yeah, definitely. That takes time, effort. So I sell mine for $20. I found that to be for a 773 piece model with the 120 or 130 page instructions to be pretty good.
And custom stickers too. That's crazy.
What's that?
With the custom stickers as well, like you made that in CAD and
I made the custom stickers in AutoCAD. Yep. Then ported them over to Parts Designer, and then put the parts into the mock so that I could build it in digital and make the instructions. Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe you're going to sell Tanner and I one of those things with all the parts for $20.
I was just going to say, I just clarified, does not come with parts for $20. Yeah.
It's weird how I hear things sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I realized after I said it, oh no, people are going to think, no, you get the instructions.
No,
the parts will run
well worth it. Like, it's a beautiful piece. I love it.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Beautiful.
And that kind of got me involved with Studio Designer, and then I sort of took off with that. So I've done a lot more stuff since then. Last year was a big year for me design-wise. So,
Studio is great when you don't have a big bulk collection or when you don't have the parts you really want to visualize.
Right.
A lot of time, though, it's much easier to just build with your hands because then you can visualize. But I found Studio is nice when you have a really inspired idea. When you don't have an idea of what you want to build yet, free building, I think, beats Studio. But when you have a real clear picture of what you want to build, then Studio beats free building because you know what you want your final product to look like. You have a general idea of what pieces you need to make, and you have the whole catalog at your disposal, right? You don't have to go searching in your bulk bins for it. You don't have to wait for parts orders. You can just design it.
That's right. 100% agree. And this is why, like, if anybody, there's a stigma about Studio, I think, in the community. If it's not built in real bricks, it's not really, and what I say to that is boo, because just as you said, if you don't have the bricks, and you look behind me and I've got bins of bricks, like I've got a lot of brick here. Okay. But like you said, I may not have that specific part. And not only that, but the reason this thing took me so long to build the first few times was because I was digging for the parts for at least half the time.
Yes.
So unless you've put hours and hours and hours of front work in organizing your parts to the point where you don't have to think about anything. It's just there. You will lose time, and that can drag down your inspiration.
Absolutely.
So that's where I struggle a lot with a lot of the stuff that I do, like when I'm building something or I'm working on my mock or whatever. From the YouTuber aspect, I want to put out videos and I want to do that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm having a big struggle with doing that right now because I'm not buying anything new or anything like that. Like when I'm working on a mock, I'm working on that sanctum. I'm working on it slowly but surely. But for me to film that the whole way through and then go back, like it's going to take me months to get through that thing and go back. I just don't have that kind of time to apply to it. So it's a little bit tougher from that standpoint. So
Absolutely.
I just might do coming shortly, like do short videos of where I'm at, what I'm working on, updates, basically. Because
I went through the same exact struggle after putting out 4 videos last year, and I had plans to put out at least one a month.
Yeah.
And I put 4 out, and by the 4th one, I was hitting my groove. I was feeling good about my editing, my filming, reading, not reading lines, but speaking on camera, getting used to saying things while you're looking at the model.
Yep.
Part of my struggle was I don't have a very advanced studio here. So my setup is 2 desk lamps and an iPhone 6. So when I'm building the model, it's all in front of me. So it's hard to see around my equipment to see what I'm talking about. So it's kind of awkward. But that's just an excuse, really.
but it's valid. Right. It's not easy. And what a lot of people don't realize, like even when you produce and put out a 10 or 15-minute video, it took you 4 or 5 hours to do it.
Oh,
like,
easily.
It doesn't just happen. Like it doesn't just, you film yourself and go, hey, I'm building this cab right now, and boom, 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 you're done. And then it's like the cab's done and everything's pretty and you're showing out. I mean, we're not Andrew.
Yeah, I just actually edited a video. It definitely didn't take me 4 to 5 hours. Oh my God, it was a process.
Yeah, for me, the process that takes the longest is the actual making of the video. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I really don't like it if I have any single ums or ahs in the video, which I strive not to have. Yeah, so it takes a few takes to get the video right, but at the end of the day, I'm very happy with the content I'm putting out, and then that makes me happy. So
you want to try to say it probably all in one setting, and not like have a bunch of cuts, like where you're just taking all the words that are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I was thinking along the same lines. I've recorded some for a couple of people, and it's the same way. I don't want it. I spent hours redoing the takes because I don't want to say or which you don't do when we're normally talking to each other. Yeah. It's kind of odd that you're doing that when you're trying to script something out. But I'd get it and I'd send it to somebody, and they'd be like, I could have just cut out those ums and ahs. But when you do that, it just doesn't feel natural.
It doesn't. It kills the flow.
Yeah.
And I would say I have become, and I'm just going to say this, near master of being able to sew together 2 audio bites that were recorded hours apart to make it sound as if it was made at the exact same time.
Excellent.
And part of the reason I can do that is because I know that I've made the cut. Like I know that I didn't continue the sentence. So when I begin recording, I'll either repeat it as if I had said it the first time in the same sentence, or I'll just try to match the tone of my voice going into the second take. So yeah. That's fun.
Yeah, that's funny when the tone of your voice changes or something.
Yeah, it's like, and then over here, you'll see this over here. It doesn't really work on you. Yeah. But I had a lot of fun doing it. I want to get back to doing it. So that's why I'm taking a bit of a break right now from mocking to kind of get my area sorted so I can get back to doing that. So
yeah, I want to get there too, but in time.
Well, exactly. I'm not rushing. Like, why are we rushing, right? Like,
exactly.
Just enjoy the hobby, right? Like,
my priority is building with buds. Tanner and I talked about it. We want to put other people on the channel just to, showcase them, show what they got. There's another fella that reached out to me before Christmas, and Tanner and I were talking about it, and kind of cool because the dude has a custom mock of a SR-71. Is it kind of yeah?
SR-71 Blackbird, yeah.
So guy built this custom SR-71 Black, and it's phenomenal. Like this, it's killer. So we're gonna get him on here, and you know,
Awesome.
That's what this has kind of always been about. It just I don't care about necessarily this channel or where it goes. I care about Friday night building, having fun, chatting with buds, chatting with everybody in the group because we have a lot of the same people coming here, right? And it's good with that. That's what I want.
Yeah, we have some nice people in the chat too. Thank you, DCLX Vids. That's kind of you to say. If you'd like, I can just to finish it off. I can show you a couple of digital builds.
Do it.
Okay.
How can we do that?
I guess I could. I'd have to share my screen.
Yeah, you hit share on.
Yeah.
So if I'll give you the screen here.
Yeah. Well, okay. If you want to, or you can keep it on the four of you, and that way.
I think if you do it before Kevin,
yeah,
when he shares, we'll go tiled off to the side.
There you go.
So just stay like that.
Yeah, stay like this. He'll hit share on his screen, and then we'll go small tiled off to the side of the screen here while he's sharing.
So I'm trying to think where the best place to show these would be, and probably Flickr would probably be the best.
Isn't that a porno site?
It's the one that's spelled F-R. Oh, no, they're both bad. It's both bad, yeah.
Rebecca should enter Rebecca coming in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, my goodness. All right, we'll start. Well, there's a lot to show, so I don't know what to. I'll just scan it all. Okay, I'm going to share my screen.
Christmas stuff for sure. You got too many. Yeah. I mean, it's all good. Whatever you want, obviously.
Hey, hold on a sec. It actually gave us another screen, so watch this.
There you go. All right. So I built these in 2020. And these are micro models of some of the most well-known, some of the most well-known Lego sets. So this is my favorite of all time.
I love you, Rick.
Yeah, this is the Cosmic Fleet Voyager.
Yep, I love it.
Thanks. Let's see if I can. I can't really increase the size. That's pretty much it. But this is built on a little bit bigger than 24 by 24, I think, base plate. And it has all the functions that the original would have. So it splits down the middle. There's a vehicle in the back that comes out. Oh, crow. Come on. I don't need to upgrade. Just show me my pictures. All right. Let's go back to the main page. Hey. All right. There you go. So here it is with the vehicle coming out and the door open and the front portions flying off. So this I have the actual set from my childhood over on my display case.
I love the base. Is that just it's the same as that base plate that had the sides up and all that stuff. That's awesome.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, the moon base plate, exactly. So after I built that one, I moved on to the castle. So this is a King's Castle from 1984. I never owned this set, but I love castle and the theme. So this was a fun one to work through. So I did 4 of these, and a sort of news site called Brick Nerd. Have you guys heard of Brick Nerd?
I haven't.
Okay, so they're prominent on Instagram. They reached out to me this year and said, we want to do a special on your micro builds. I said, wow, that's awesome. So they did that. They wrote them up.
That's wicked.
Yeah, so I also did the Imperial Flagship. So this is the Imperial Flagship.
That's true.
Oh my goodness.
You've got Kevin's attention.
Yeah. So the one thing I really wanted to focus on with was the water. So I wanted the boat to have a sense of movement in this. So I made sure to make the water as if it's breaking around the boat.
We're gonna see something after you're done this about that.
Okay.
Keep that in mind.
You nailed it.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, that looks amazing. I love that.
Yeah, here's a close up of the after the rear of the ship.
Are those microphones? They are, aren't they?
They are.
That's awesome.
And everything you see is, and this is a staple of me, I won't design with colors that don't exist. So everything here exists.
Good.
Yeah, I can't. It would break my heart. I did do it once, and I'll tell you why, but it was a totally different reason.
So
You were in
your
college.
idea submission, right?
You got it.
He was in college. He was drinking.
I was in college.
Yeah, it was these guys. These guys are what I did with colors that don't exist because it's my idea submission, and I want them to make those colors. So
Absolutely.
let's see what they say. So these are my mine-inspired masks. But probably the two things here's Fort Legorito. You guys know Fort Legorito?
Oh, that's awesome.
Huh.
You know, do you remember the old Western set from '96?
That was one of my first sets I ever got. Was whenever year that came out, I got that, and then the year before or after was Aquanauts. It's underneath my bed. I love that.
Awesome.
I love that Fort Legorito.
That is incredible.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. I got a few pictures of my son. He built it a little bit ago and likes playing with it. But I got it hidden underneath my bed now. It's not getting mixed in. It's not getting mixed in with the other stuff.
Yeah, I've got mine. I got mine in a bulk lot, the greatest of all bulk lots in my entire Lego life, and I've got it over there on the shelf, complete in amazing condition.
That's great.
Yeah.
Real quick, let me say hello to Planet Tech. Thomas is here. Welcome, buddy.
Hey, everyone. But the two, so I also built this. I won't take up too much more time here.
Oh, that's okay.
This is the guitar set, the official guitar, and I took it and mirrored it on the other side, which you can do, and then built a spaceship between the two. So I made a guitar spaceship, basically.
That's awesome. That is so cool. What do you call that one?
Door.
I call this the oh no, what did I call it? Mega something Stratoblaster, I think I called it.
Stratoblaster.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it sounds atmospheric Stratonizer. Sorry. Atmospheric Stratonizer. Because it was an M-Tron theme.
Now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
M-Tron theme. But this is what when Tanjan was talking earlier about when you have a vision and you just need to get it done. This is it.
So Rebecca's going to be all over this one because Rebecca loves this movie and the house.
Yeah,
so
she loves horror movies.
Yes.
Horror movies, yeah. And this is the Psycho House.
That looks phenomenal. I mean, you just nailed it.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
So is that
go ahead.
Is that one of the micros as well?
No, this is a full-sized minifig scale house, and you can actually see a minifig in the window there, which is representing Mother.
So do you have that? Is that one of the ones for sale, or what's that?
It's not yet. This is what I want to build in bricks this year. I want to build this.
So do I.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So I am very interested in doing that.
So Rebecca, she just built. There's one on Rebrickable that she just built, but I bet she would be very interested in your model as well.
Yeah, she just mentioned she built the Rebrick one, and she said, "Oh man, I love it." Yeah, hers is pretty cool.
And then
awesome.
Brick Girl asks if you have instructions for that Imperial Flagship because that's as close as she'll get to ever owning the set.
Oh, likewise. You're right. Me too. Not yet, but that was one that everybody wanted me to make instructions for. So I will eventually make instructions for that, but it's going to be a while. I got to admit.
You got a week.
Yeah. About what? A week?
You got a week.
Oldendorf. Good night, Oldendorf.
If you guys know Hellraiser, here's the Lament Cube from Hellraiser.
That is cool.
Nice.
So they make, I guess they do make those bananas in gold.
All of those parts are available. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. And since it's studio, you can have fun with light bricks. So I made a lit up version.
Look at that. That's awesome.
Illuminated from inside. So yeah, I have a lot of fun with studio. I love the program.
I want to start playing with it, but I'm in time.
So remind me how big that Tetris mosaic is.
This mock is 7 base plates, 7 32 by 32 base plates tall and 8 wide.
So very large.
So it's a 6 by 6.5 foot roughly mock.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of me. I will stop sharing. Thank you for allowing me to do that. That was fun.
Thank you. That's really great work, obviously.
Excellent.
And I think everybody loves to see that kind of stuff. So again, if you guys want to check out Rick's Instagram, he posts all of that stuff on his Instagram channel. He's Rick_Brickham.
Yep. And eventually, once I build them in real life, I'll also bring that to YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Rick, I sent you a picture one time of our friend Rebecca's house. You showed me that house. If you remember one time, you ever seen another?
Oh, you're right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, she's the one that she made one. She's big into horror movies.
Yes. Yeah, it was great
Horror.
too. So horror movies. Yeah.
Horror. Well, she's picking the other ones too, but whatever.
Yeah.
She's the best. So
thanks, Destro.
Yeah, those are amazing.
Thanks.
I have been so I guess nobody in the stream really got to see me finish it. I was struggling like crazy. I just finished building Queen Mary.
Yeah, Silent Mary.
Silent Mary, sorry. And the last half of that build absolutely kicked my ass.
Oh.
Like it was one of the builds, and we always usually say, "Oh, I really enjoyed the build. I really enjoyed the build technique." I really didn't. I hated it like the whole way through. It seemed to take forever, but it's one of those builds that, and don't get me wrong, it's okay to not like the build.
Mm-hmm.
Okay to not like the technique and just the style of it and stuff like that, as long as you enjoy the end product. And the end product is phenomenal. Like Sarah and I ended up watching the movie the other night, just because I had it there and I thought, I want to watch it. So we watched it, and while watching it, the boat was sitting actually over on my table, and I kept looking over at it every time the ship would come in, and it was like, yeah, you know what, this is pretty slick. But then I got cracking at water, because originally I started and I was kind of just I was gonna just tile the whole base of it, because where it's gonna sit, I don't think you'll ever see the water anyway. But I built a big Mills plate for it, because to me, I was talking to Aspen about it. She had built it a couple weeks before. To move the thing around is very fragile. And so I thought, well, the better idea is to put it on a Mills plate, because then I can shuffle the damn thing around wherever I want, right?
Yep.
And then it grows from there. Then I'm going to add LED lights to the middle of it.
Oh, nice.
Which I've started, but I didn't get that finished yet, so I can't show you that. But it's going to glow green from the inside. Thought it'd just be a nice touch to it. And then,
is that completely custom, or is there an actual kit you bought for that one?
No, I'll just build it myself. All the lighting I'll build myself, because it's just I think there is a light kit for it. I saw one.
Yep.
But it takes me less time just to build it and knock it out. So
you've used a few lighting kits, or so you've built a few lighting sets. Is it all been kits, or is it all custom?
The ones that I put on the channel, the ones that I built online were those were custom kits, because they wanted me to review them or whatever, or demo them. So those ones are were like just like light my bricks, and then Lay Light Go sent me one, and can't remember what the third one was.
Was Darth Vader's castle all one kit, or was that extra?
Darth Vader's castle was a kit, but the lava and all that stuff that I did down below, that was all custom.
Is that all together still?
That traveled here in Matthew's car.
Okay.
So no.
All
right.
Rick
would like to see that, I bet.
It got mega wrecked.
Yeah.
So I've got it all in a box. I have to pretty much rebuild it. It's on the list to do, because what I did with that one is I actually used the lighting I used actually is flow lighting, so that it's LED, but I have it tracked under the Mills plate, and then I have the lava. But when it's flowing, it actually looks like the lava is moving in the set.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
The only problem with it is it's kind of hard to, that doesn't show very well.
Mm-hmm.
When you're looking at it, it's phenomenal, but it doesn't on the screen because of the blue. Yeah, the LEDs don't get picked up very well from it. So, but I gotta basically get that one back together. I got Vader's castle put back together because it was pretty wrecked. It was basically a big box of black stuff. So
I bought my Vader's castle off of Bretsky.
Yeah, you know what? That's one of the sets that I didn't have for the longest time, and then it was like, screw this, I need this set, and I ended up getting it, and I would have been very disappointed if I wouldn't have never got that set.
Yeah,
because it is something else.
Yeah, I think you talked me into it as well, as you so often do. Hey, PBJ is also building the Silent Mary right now. He's on bag 1.
Very nice. It's by the end of it, you'll be really loving life.
Will he be silent?
Finish this setup. Yeah, you'll be silent. I just found the reason I say that is because it was towards the end of it. It's all very fine, small detail pieces, and it's kind of one of those sets that you think you're nearing the end of it, and the more work you put into it, it almost seems like the parts are multiplying in the box. So, but once it's built, it looks good. So I'm about to grab it here. This is just.
Say what you will about this globe, but this stand is gorgeous.
Yeah,
it's nice.
You know, the nice thing about it is you can hang bananas from the top if it doesn't look
from the top. Like the gold accents and everything. It's really well put together, and it's sturdy.
Cool. Well, there's our figure.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Oh, it comes with a little lamp and everything. Oh, I like that a lot.
And there's a little garbage in the garbage can, and then there's your.
There's a turd.
So is that guy hailing the taxi, or is he the taxi driver?
I think he's the guy that's gonna eat a donut.
Okay.
Yeah. He's just that kind of fella. All right, let me clear out some space here because this the thing with that chip is it's big, and to get it on a plate. Put those over there.
Tanjam, what were you doing with that cloth? Were you just kind of wiping off like your
fingerprints? It's brown, so it's covered in my fingerprints. I can tell. Yeah,
I do the same thing sometimes with black, especially.
Black, it's terrible, right?
They are.
If you're gonna photograph it later, you're gonna wipe off all the prints.
My
microfiber cloth is perfect for that, and dusting Lego as well gets right in between the studs.
My girlfriend and I were building Lego the other weekend, and I forget what she had, but it was I don't think it was chips, maybe it was popcorn, and I'm like, oh boy, you can't eat that and do that at the same time. You're gonna have to wash your hands. And she was like, really? I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have to wash your hands.
Sarah did that the other day too, I think. So I don't know how well we can see this. I'm going to grab my camera, so it's going to get a little shaky here for a minute.
Yeah, even if you didn't wash your hands, it's going to be hard to hold some of the pieces. Like the oily fingers, they're just going to slip all over the place, especially popcorn, right? Like if it's covered in butter and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Forget about it.
So originally I was just going to do that.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Cheap and easy. Well, not cheap.
Translucent towel. Cheap. Yeah.
Easy. Yeah. So I was just going to cover it basically like this the whole way back. I put a stud here, so this boat, like you got one of the studs right there, so the boat will stay, right? And then I was going to place the shark actually coming at them or whatever. But then I decided that maybe I'll try to give it. I was going to do rolling waves.
Yeah.
So basically went 4 high on the first one, 3, 2, 1, and then I was going to go come 1 and then give it some, like, you can see I've got some coming up where on the 1.
Oh yeah.
I like and then bring that across and then bring it back up to 4 and then back down again.
Nice.
The only problem with that is there's about 1,400 dots just in what you see.
Oh yeah.
What in that band across there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So when you start tallying that up, it starts getting a little excessive. Now you don't necessarily have to do under in the ship here, but I'd still probably use like these tiles in there, or go to black because the inside of that ship is just a dark area, right?
Can I make a bit of maybe a suggestion?
Absolutely.
All right. If you had, do you have any of those mesh nets?
Like the black ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can pin tiles, like you can pin the mesh between two studs or two, and you could just do 2 layers of studs with the mesh between it, and then you could form the wave however you wanted without any support beneath it.
Not following. So
if you were to fill an entire black mesh with studs,
yeah.
I don't. This mesh might be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it might be.
You're talking about like normally they had them in the pirate ships. They were on the crow's nest and hanging down with the.
Yeah, they're a little tighter than that.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to, do they make? Is that dark blue or just blue? That's studs?
Just dark blue. It's just I started off with that because I had a whole bunch of those.
Yeah. My
thought was actually to go. I was gonna do this with the light translucent blue.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think it will look a lot better. Like this just gives you an idea of what kind of the rolling wave would look like.
I love it. I do love it.
When you come back to this area, you'd have white cappers coming off because you're breaking the water here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this was just for me to play around with to see what the wave structure would look like, and it actually works. But there's a whole bunch of problems that comes in because I don't know if you can see in there. So there's if anybody's ever built this set, that is those clear pieces coming down go to a dome. That dome is literally underneath the plating, and it's holding this thing stable on here.
Okay. I guess the other option would be is fill the underneath, any portions you won't see, with brick or other plates that are larger, and that will cut down your piece count.
Yeah, absolutely. I could definitely go to flat tile or anything in there. Really, it would because it's dark. You're not going to see in there. You're not going to.
Right.
But the better part of it and how my brain works, not well, but this is going to be up so high you're never going to see this unless I pull it down. But
I see what you're saying.
It's something that if I put it up there and I know in my head that it's up there and I could do something like this, I just won't be able to let it go.
Yeah.
So
I think Andrew's making the vision.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, it's awesome, buddy.
It's gonna work.
Yeah.
This net's not too big.
So if you were to just use a 1x1, would it still work?
No, I don't. Maybe you're right. Around, I could try it.
The hole does look a bit big, a bit too big.
It's a perfect square for the 2x2. Like
Okay, so then the square should be a stud size basically.
It is, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. So it should be. So I put those ones on. Where am I?
Yeah.
Here.
So the thing is, when you do this, it moves like it moves. If it was 1x1s, it would be better.
Yeah,
but it moves
1x1s would be
from
better.
itself.
You're right.
But no, but
then you could just have risers underneath it to bring it up like a wave or whatever.
Yeah.
But
it would require a lot of those mesh pieces, so there's trade-offs, right?
Well, yeah, but you could probably find that mesh just.
I'm sure it's not that expensive.
You're right. You're right.
You probably could buy like not even Lego mesh, right?
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
That's what this was, Andrew.
Yeah, he just didn't see it, and totally. That's what I would do too, because why buy,
Well, so I'm of that thought too, because I mean I'm very, and I fully admit it. I have no problem in it Like this Mills plate, the bottom plates are Lego. These top blue plates are from Dollarama.
Oh yeah.
They're covered in Lego anyway. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like the Lego sticks to it. It actually has a very good bond to it. And it fills it out. There are some actual Lego plates in here just to fill some gaps or some hold down areas that I wanted. But I have these things are $1 a plate and they're 16 by 16.
So somebody was saying it on Instagram a couple days ago. There's a lot of people in the community that just give people crap for buying off-brand brick, but who cares? Like if you want to build it now, draw the line at counterfeit stuff because those guys are ripping off Lego designs or people's designs and they're not paying for it. So I boycott the counterfeit brick, but off-brand stuff you can get the dollar store or Mega Block or whatever.
Dragon Block, yeah.
Build away. Like you shouldn't give people crap about that. So if you can save $1 to build a mock and it's within your budget, go for it.
Well, when you look at some of this stuff, though, like you're not wrong because that 16 by 16 plate, if I buy it in blue, I think it's like $8 a plate.
Yeah.
Well,
if you go to Toys R Us and you look at a Lego base plate, it's $17.99 or $19.99, whatever it is for a 32 by 32. The same base plate. Well, I think it's the same size in Lock and something or other, Lock and Lock, or I don't know, some off-brand, $5.
Play Day.
Play Day. That's the one that I first put Andrew onto because I think one of my first mocks. I said I like I say in my videos, I'm using an off-brand Lego product. I don't really give a crap because what's going on top of it is full Lego.
Right.
So I mean, it's just serving a little bit of a purpose. You're not
correct.
Seeing
it's
it,
a
you're
service.
not.
Yeah.
So, and I told Andrew about that because that was the one that I was picking up at Walmart. So Play Days at Walmart. The other one is Make It Bricks, and that's the one that's at Dollarama. I gave them to Matthew. But the 16 by 16 plates are $1.
Yeah.
$1.25.
Crazy. Yeah.
The 32 and the 16 by 16 plates have holes on the bottom. The 32 by 32 is actually like a traditional Lego base plate where it's smooth on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, when you're covering it in this sort of stuff, to me, I don't care. Like it's
right. Exactly. Like I've got Mega Bloks, Masters of the Universe, Grayskull Castle over there, sealed. I need it's another set that I need to build, but I had no quarrels at all buying it. Like it's a gorgeous model. Like,
you sent me one today. It was Playmobil, the 18 van.
Oh my gosh, the Playmobil is killing it with those sets. They are gorgeous.
I still think Playmobil's Lego. Look at everything that Lego's ever released. Playmobil comes out like Back to the Future, Scooby-Doo, all that. The Volkswagen, the van and
T1,
the car.
T2.
All of it's all Lego stuff. It's like retired or gone. I wish they'd come out with a van. Someone did that van and Rebrickable. I think it was on the Creator program or whatever.
Hey, real quick, in the chat, Becca asks, is Barracuda Bay better as a ship or a shipwreck? What does everybody think?
Considering mine's still in the box, I'll say I don't know. I'm going to say I think it's personally better as a ship, but that's because I just like the look of a complete pirate ship.
Yeah. What do you think, Andrew?
Fabulous wreck. I had mine as a wreck.
Kevin says wreck. What do you think?
I say wreck and the bay. I like them both.
I think the wreck's pretty impressive, but I think I'd like to have the actual model like finished. I think like that display. I don't know.
Yeah,
it depends. They're both good.
They are. We got another question here from. Oh, sorry.
I rebuilt mine. Mine was the wreck in my display, but since I haven't received my cabinets back yet or anything, I've got. I ended up just rebuilding mine as Barracuda Bay, and I love them both.
I was just gonna say I recommend build both. Like the instructions are really great about you build direct, and then they show you exactly how to convert it into the ship, and it doesn't take a lot of extra finagling with the parts. Do both, and then see what you like better, because it's going to really be your opinion, right?
I 100% agree with that. And it looks like we have another question there from Cam Guy 99. He says, we know Tangem's and Kevin's background stories about what got them into Lego. How about you, Brick and Brood, and Brickham's Den? Andrew, what got you into Lego?
Yeah, well, when I was younger, I definitely liked Lego as a kid. I had about, it was like my family, we were kind of weird with Lego. We didn't buy tons. Every Christmas, I got like kind of one set. So I had a castle one year, and then I had like the Fort Legorado, and then I had Aquanauts, or vice versa, whatever order that came in. And so I built those. I played with them. I took them apart. And I built them like a million times. Like it was one of those things, because I only had so many sets. You just took them apart, and half the fun was just building it, right? Like I definitely played with it after, but the majority of the fun I had was actually taking the pieces apart and like putting them back together. So anyways, I definitely had a big Lego, like when I was younger. I was really into it. And then I think everyone calls it the dark ages or whatever, where you get out of Lego for a while. And so I would say I got back into Lego about actually I was just looking at a video. My son and I were building Destiny's Bounty for Christmas in 2017. So that was the first like big set we bought. And I remember like leaving, like I think my daughter was like 1 or 2 at the time, and we like left her at my parents' place, and my son and I went back home, and we just spent the entire day building it. We finished it in one day. And I think that that experience of just building it all the way through probably was like kind of what got us back into it. And then I would say probably like it definitely peaked during the pandemic. There's no doubt about that. I think a lot of people have meeting the community, like Kevin and Tangem, and like a lot of people like a couple of years ago there, like through all this was another like big thing that kind of sparked my Lego interest again. And then now meeting Rick now and other people and stuff like that, and it's just, I don't know, it's so cool being able to like for Lego, like to me, I like the community aspect of it for sure. I love to collect it, as you guys can tell and see, but it's like I guess that kind of like friendship, I think as well, comes along with it. Is I enjoy that and the passion like of like talking with you guys, like just shooting the shit tonight and like talking about all our creations and all that. Like I don't know, that's awesome. So like that's kind of like one of the reasons it's got me back into it and stayed into it for sure. And farther and farther into the rabbit hole, I think they say. Or...
And I will say this from our outlook standpoint, as being one of Andrew's friends and stuff. His passion for it is it's contagious. He's if you ever, he gets very excited about when he's talking about anything, and you can just see people when they're new to it and he's talking to them, they're just like they're getting excited because he's getting excited. So it's cool to see that kind of passion, that excitement.
Oh, totally. For sure. Yeah. As one thing here I just want to talk about, when I met up with Rick for the very first time, we talked for I think at least an hour at Costco parking lot, and like we had to call it quits. We're like, hey, like we got to go, like I got to get home, like it was just but like like we could have chatted forever there probably. And no, it's great, the Lego community just in general. So
absolutely. Yeah. So it pretty much the same story for me. One of the first sets I ever got as a kid, actually it was the first set I can remember getting, was this one. So this is the Cosmic Fruit Voyager.
My first set too.
Are you serious? That's awesome. Well, that's what got me into Lego. I mean, I had Lego before that. We had city sets and whatnot, but this one really, and Andrew, I think we're kindred spirits, because the thing I liked the most about Lego was taking it apart and rebuilding it.
Mm-hmm.
And
definitely.
I'm pretty sure I loved following the instructions, and I'm pretty sure that's what led me down the path to becoming an architectural technologist and now making instructions professionally. Not for Lego,
no,
but for real buildings, right? But still,
not for Lego yet.
Yeah. So same thing. Adolescence, loved Lego. Puberty hit,
loved girls.
Loved girls. Exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then got through high school, got through a little bit of college, and suddenly 1999, Lego decides to join forces with the Force itself Star Wars. And I'm like, wait a second here.
Yep, I'm in, right?
Star Wars and Lego? Oh, yeah. So I go out and I buy all the 99 release sets, almost all of them. And I'm like, this is awesome. I'm going to build a Death Star trench run block. So in 1999, I was already thinking about mocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it never happened.
I've got one on the go upstairs right now in my in a coffee table.
Oh, you're talking about the I've seen your the coffee table with the Falcon in it, but you're talking something different, eh?
Yeah, I've got another coffee table right beside that one that I'm building right now. That's a trench run.
Awesome. That's a great vantage point too, like looking down like that. Oh, that's wicked.
Yeah, it's not the perfect table, but it'll do. It'll do for now. I might get different glass for it or whatever. So because it's smoked glass on the top, which I don't like, but
oh yeah, you want
that's what I'm doing with it. Yeah, just
nice.
Working on everything with that right now.
Awesome. Well, that was my dream for sure in '99, and I picked up X-Wings, TIE Fighters, you name it, and I was all set. And once again, I kind of fell into a bit of a dark age. So I've actually had two dark ages, and the second one was long. It was from 2001 to 2016. Yeah. And that's when my wife totally out of the blue surprised me with the Millennium Falcon from The Force Awakens.
Oh, nice.
And I built that. And just as Andrew said, like when he was building with his son, just building that set was like, oh man, I remember how much I love this.
Yeah.
And I thought, I got to get the rest of my Star Wars Lego out. So I pulled that all out and built it all. And I thought, I got to get my space Lego out. Yeah. So I built all of that. And that's when I thought, I wonder if anybody sells used Lego. Yeah. Dumb question.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah. Look at what happened.
Activated. Yeah.
Oops. Yeah. So yeah. So that was it.
DCL there says he's actually building the advanced type right now on a custom stand with 2 TIE fighters.
Oh, nice.
So did I. I built that in that trench run. I got it off Matthew. Darth Vader's Pride Van. I've got it in the center, and then they were the $50 TIE fighters.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a whole bunch of those because I fell in love with the stupid things. Mm-hmm. So for whatever, I was going to actually build a hanger mock and have a whole bunch of them like on the arms and the hanger and stuff in one of my cabinets. And I ended up, those things are actually the perfect size. I have the UCS Red 5 in the front of it. Oh, and nice. Then those 3 TIE fighters, the Darth Vader's up here, and the 2 are kind of beside them there. They're the perfect size for that. And believe it or not, when you throw Luke Skywalker in the front of that Red 5, it's actually not too far off. Like, it's okay, it works. So I've got him just sitting in the cockpit.
Very cool.
Yeah, they're the problem with those. They're time consuming and they're definitely money gobblers because the nice thing with the trench run is the greebling, it's just a mishmash or whatever you want to do.
Yep, so absolutely.
You can, if you have enough of the bricks, and I was lucky enough that Lego not that long ago had a whole bunch of the snot bricks, the light gray snot bricks in the pick and build wall, and I bought like 10 cups of them. So
the 1x1s?
The 1x4s.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 1x4s and 1x2s they had in the wall. So I got a ton of those guys, and yeah, they'll work out really well for that. So
nice. Yeah. Oh,
and
do you have like photos of that posted somewhere or?
No, not yet. I haven't done much with it. I've got everything placed in there, and I just started a little bit of the greebling. I wanted to figure out exactly how high I want to get it, and if I'm actually going to run it up both sides and leave the front and the back of the table open.
Oh yeah.
So that when you look through, you'll see the walls on each side, and then the floor is all done. So the coffee table is the big base plates, like the large style base plates. It's 4 of those base plates in the bottom of it.
Holy. Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they have the UCS X-wing in there, and then the 3 TIE fighters. So.
Wow.
So yeah, I gotta get cracking on it. It's on the list.
On the to-do list, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I think so many of us in the community have those similar origin stories, if you want to call them that.
Mm-hmm.
And if we asked you guys in the chat, I think we'd hear some of the same kind of stuff, right? Everybody seems to have a period where they love Lego when they're a kid, and they know they had particular themes that, you know, helped them fall in love with it, and they like to build to the instructions. I tell you, when I was a kid, I loved Lego would always put those alternate builds on the back of the boxes, and just trying to figure those out. Rick, similar to me, I'm an engineer, so it led me to that passion for that career field, right? Trying to figure out how to build things, just looking at a picture. But what I think is great about this community is there's a lot of introverts in this community, but you wouldn't know it, because when you get to talking about this hobby that we're also passionate about, we can talk about it endlessly. I can't count how many times I've been in line at the Lego store for a release or something.
Get in fights.
Don't get in fights, tripping old ladies. No. You don't know anybody from Adam, but you just, hey, what are you here to buy? And then you just get to talking about, you know, hey, this is, pull out your phone and show them pictures of your collection.
Yes.
Box, whatever the case is. It's just, it's incredible. It really is.
It is.
Well,
it's a common bind that we connect over, right? Like, and that's why it really is more than just a toy and more than just plastic bricks. It is a community, and it's cool. It's really cool.
And I said that we've said it 1,000 times before on here. It's very much like, you know, people that will come on here and start watching us tonight even. I mean, Tanner and I have been friends for a long time, and we're pretty close. We have very common interests, and we hit it off right off the start. Same thing with Andrew. He's been around our group for a long time, but like tonight's the first night that Tanner and I meet Rick, and it's like we've known him forever, right? It's not, there's no awkwardness to it. There's no, it's just comfort.
Agreed. The same way. And I'm very happy to be here. And again, thank you for
you're welcome back anytime for sure. But
awesome.
Just going to have to convince Andrew to send me a couple of those, bridges will be okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, you got it's in the mail already.
Yeah, you got it. I just got to. I got to do a couple more touches on it. Just let me finish it off real nice for you, okay?
Yeah, package it well. I bet you it gets here better than if Matthew drove it here.
Hey Rick, are you thinking about going to any Lego conventions? A lot of us, I think, are talking about trying to do the Brick World Chicago coming up.
Yes. So Brick World Chicago is definitely much more doable for me than Bricks Cascade. Unfortunately, I would love to go to Bricks Cascade, but whereabouts are you, Tangem, in the world?
I'm in St. Louis. So,
St. Louis, okay.
Yeah, Missouri, Midwest. So yeah, I'm 5 hours from Chicago. I'm definitely gonna be there.
Right. So I'm about 7.5 hours from Chicago. So Andrew and I will probably maybe pop down together.
Absolutely. I hope so. I'm good to go on it. The only kind of thing that's not ideal for that weekend is it's Father's Day weekend.
I know.
So that's the only non-ideal part. But besides that, it's gonna be awesome. Meeting everybody, and I'm so jealous of everybody being able to go to all these events for so long. And like I've been watching on like for a while, like even before I would say like I've been watching Beyond the Brick, and I love watching all the different brick conventions they go to around the world. And like they'd have like an hour long, like hour and a half long, like walk through the whole thing, and you just kind of skip through a little bit here and there, but for the most part, like it's awesome watching them, and it's so. And then it's one thing that was really neat about watching Beyond the Brick there, like when this whole like Lego thing kind of kicked off, was when they had Lego Masters at the beginning of the and then Boone was on there, and it was like, oh cool, you see someone from the internet. I didn't know anybody. I don't think I remembered anybody else. I think it was just Boone. And obviously he's really good on TV, so like he really did real well on there. So just really great, charismatic, I guess. But no, just like the being able to like communicate with people like on through here, like I don't know, it's awesome. Like I don't know, Rick, like your builds that you do are pretty amazing, and so it's pretty cool to bend your ear on things here.
I'm amateur. I am. I'm just having fun, and I'm just starting to grow. But I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And you guys are all amazing yourselves. It's just we all do different things with the hobby, and that's what makes it so magical, is that we all bring different angles. And so, Tangent, I'm gonna have a look at some of your mocks. Apparently, you're a
nothing really huge scale. I've got a city table behind me there. You can't really see it, but so I've done mainly stuff for that. And it's really problem solving is what kind of or not having something, right? So the police station modular came out last year, and I said, man, we need a vintage police car to go with it. You know, every year the city line they release those cars, but they're all just really modern looking, and they're that ugly blue color. So I wanted to just design one for myself. So I did a little 6-wide car, and it kind of looks like the 50s Naked Gun style police car. I'll go grab it.
Nice. Love that.
Naked Gun. That's a good reference.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm the Naked Gun. So Andrew, exactly what you were saying. The same thing with me. Since 2017, I've been watching Beyond the Brick, primarily Brick Vault as well, and Jang Bricks, of course.
Yeah.
And
I haven't watched Jang Bricks too much lately. I was all about Jang Bricks. Yeah. I was all about Jang Bricks for a long time. He's a great guy, I'm sure. Still, obviously, he is a great guy. Sorry, but just for whatever reason, there's so many people to watch. But yeah, he was a big guy at the beginning. I watched a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at this. This is awesome.
There's the little taxi cab, and again, this one really just started. I looked at the pink Cadillac from the Downtown Diner set, and that kind of inspired some of the shaping of this. But came up with this, and I got really excited about it. I put it on Rebrickable. I think I charge $1 for these instructions, and a couple people bought it. But that's another problem, is if you want to try and make money off of this, which I by no means want to, is if there's a lot of competition and there's a lot of little 6-wide police cars on Rebrickable, you're not going to sell too many of these.
Right.
People have done it better than I have, right? People have made a better version, or maybe something they like. But then last year, the Creator Taxi came out, and I was like, man, that's garbage. You can't put a minifigure in it. I need
that was brutal. With the old clear 1x2. Yeah, that was
2x2 slopes. Yeah.
Screen. Yeah.
So I said, well, I want a taxi cab, and I went and that time I did some research, and there's barely any taxi cabs out there that you can buy instructions for. And so I just set about, and so here's my checker cab.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, that is.
And I designed it so you can fit a couple passengers, and you can fit a guy in the back, and you can open the trunk and put a suitcase in the trunk. And this one's done really. I've sold 50 of these on Rebrickable now. And again, it's $1 is what I charged for it. I didn't want to charge it.
Yeah, sure.
Amount. And then I had another problem-solving thing, right? So the way I had my city table set up and laid out, I had 2 rows of buildings coming together, so I needed a reverse corner building to go there.
Yep.
And so I bought a couple of the 3-in-1 sets and was just going to kind of mock up my own building of it, and it just kind of took different. Oh, thank you, Bricko. It kind of took different shape, and I said, well, what if I make an arcade? I want to do an arcade instead. So I did a modular building arcade, and then I was just sitting with Kevin one night, and I wanted to do a big marquee sign like around some of the modulars, right? That's what really sticks out in some of these buildings, those old buildings downtown where you see the big signs that light up. So I made a big marquee, and I had it sticking off the front of the building. And Kevin said, well, what if you made it spin? And I first said, I hate you, because I had to then figure out how to make it spin, right? And I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch. Like, now I got to figure this out. And I think I spent a night on it and just kind of sat and fiddled with things. And then I come on the next day and big grin on my face, and I'm like, take a look at this, and made a mechanism, and it just, I'd grab it. But actually, I can probably grab it now, but you can just spin the marquee, like just, and there's no real reason to do it, but it's just something like a challenge that
it actually solved the problem though, because it looked janky.
it looked too close to the building.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was something off, and he was just struggling with it. And I'm like, we solve a lot of problems here if we make this thing spin. And he's like,
Yeah.
He called me a few different names I can't repeat on this channel.
So here's the arcade. And so
Awesome.
again, reverse corner building.
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah.
There's an arcade in here, and I did all the gaming systems in the cabinets, and I put the old 80s style carpet in here as well. I'd show you. There's some pictures on my Instagram of the inside. I don't want to pull it apart. There's a laser tag floor on the second level here. And then I've got a little pizza rooftop cafe here. But yeah,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's wicked.
That is awesome.
so
And the effect that it gives when it
right.
Oh man.
Again, it just all
Love
pegs with somebody saying, "Hey, can you do this? I dare you to do it." And
Yeah.
Figure it out, right? So
Yep. Nicely done, man. Love it.
thank
Hey,
you.
Maura, check that out. I've already built R2D2.
Nice.
What is this R2D2 now?
This one?
Yeah.
This R2D2 is
Hey, Rick.
3011
Do you need I got one brand new in bag.
poly
Do
bag.
you?
Yeah, I got one built downstairs. And I got an extra one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a little poly bag set. I can't remember where I ended up getting it from.
I think it was a gift with purchase, wasn't it?
It was, but somebody sent it to me. I can't remember, or I bought it off someone. I can't remember. I saw it. I thought I had to have it.
Yeah, it's awesome. I got it displayed beside my R2. And I even have the R2 from the command droid. Do you know that command droid center set? Like where it has the 3 different droids?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Anyways, that R2 is really cool too. That one's really well built. I like that one. So I have all 3 of those displayed.
Let's see it again, Kevin. Hold it up.
Sure.
Yeah, get that little guy too.
So
Interesting.
here's this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and he's got the 3rd leg dropped down there. Jorgensen said that looks like his 3rd leg. You should go to the doctor, my friend. It's supposed to look like that.
The last ones, Rick, that I have, the bigger ones, obviously, are the mosaics here. So
They're gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
I see Obi-Wan.
Yeah, so you got Obi-Wan. Kind of hard to see this one. You got Palpatine here.
Oh yeah.
And then Darth Revan is another one.
See, I've never, this is going to sound really noobish, but I've never heard of.
So he's from a video game called Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay.
And he's
the
the
game.
primary character. Yeah, and I did that one
Awesome.
for Kevin.
The
as
joke.
well.
Did you really? Wow. Wow. Great job.
Yeah, you should see how much the dots cost me.
Oh, I know.
Well, it would have cost you more. So the design originally had it was 100 sand green dots.
Oh.
And those only come in the Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets set from 05 or 06.
There's 2 of them in the set.
There's 2 of them in the set. That's
my
the only
gosh.
place you can get the sand green dots. So they were like $7 a piece or something.
No.
Oh yeah.
Wow, they're ridiculous. Yeah, I just about crapped my pants. I was like, you gotta be kidding. No.
Yeah. So part substitution.
Yeah.
Speaking of, do we even architect, bro? Easy Craftsman's here. Hello, Easy Craftsman.
Hello, Easy Crowd. We found an architect that works for less Skittles than you.
That's true. Rick, I don't know if you know Easy Craftsman. Eric's a fixture on Building with Buds too, but he's got a very, very successful TikTok channel. If you're on TikTok or the medium,
I am. Yep.
He's,
I'm new there, but cool. I'll follow
he's
him.
hilarious. He's also an architect by trade and just an all-around good guy.
There you go.
Good bud. He like Tanner said, he's generally on here, but I'd sent them, Tanner and Eric and we talk every single day, and I had seen this commercial. It was on, have you seen the Harvey's commercial? Because it's a Canadian commercial. I'll have to find it and probably send it to you, but it's a Harvey's commercial, and there's this guy, and he's just yelling and screaming, and there's a guy and a girl standing there, and they're like, who's that guy? And they said, oh, he's just he's just the intern or whatever, and he's yelling, screaming. It's like, does anybody even architect here? So he ends it off. He's like asking questions about the building they're doing and stuff. So
oh, I see. Okay, I got it.
Pretty funny. So I sent it to those guys because
they'll get it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we always bug Eric about that. Do you have an architect, bro?
And to what Tangen was saying, same thing with me sometimes with a mock is it's not always, I'm not always mocking to solve a problem, but when you're mocking, there are definitely problems to solve. And I love that. I love solving problems too. It's just part of, I guess, who we all are. Yeah. But I had a similar issue on a mock that I was doing. Andrew talked about it earlier, a G.I. Joe tank. And I wanted the cannon of the tank to raise up and lower and stay in its position. But the cannon goes out quite a ways. So I used a corkscrew Technic brick assembly, which is a clear case, and I just built the cannon off of that, and now I can just sort of roll it up and down, and it stays exactly where.
You got a minute or two? You want to show that one off?
Yeah, I'll grab that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's hilarious. My mic was off again. I was gonna say, Kevin's sitting down now. Rick, you should bust out that tank because it's gonna knock his socks off.
Are you a G.I. Joe?
Joke's on you. Oh, huge.
Are you? Okay.
I'm not wearing socks, Andrew. Or
joke's on you. Yeah. Okay, so this was something I had an actual vehicle of when I was a kid. This is the Wolverine.
I had all the G.I. Joe toys, including the aircraft.
We had a ton. My brother still has a lot of his. Mine, I unfortunately sold at a garage sale.
I had the SR-71, and I don't have it anymore either. I love that thing. Yeah.
So there you go. This is the Wolverine.
What the hell? Emotional damage.
Damage. Yeah. So this has a fully rotating rocket launcher with tilt capabilities. So that was part of the solution in here was a Technic gear assembly where there's just enough friction that it will allow it to not drop. So that's just using a single friction pin right in here in the black Technic, and then the other two are just for this one's just for balance. It's nice, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got the front with the seating area for the minifig and some greebling on top just to give it a bit of realism. It rolls like any real tank would roll. It rolls. You got the tow cable on there, the infamous broken tow cable.
Yeah,
that can be removed and attached to the hitch. But the real gem about this was that they re-released this as Sergeant Slaughter's. Oh gosh, I forgot the name. It wasn't it was Sergeant Slaughter and the Marauders, but his vehicle was called. Do you remember, Kevin?
Can't. No.
Well, anyway, it had a cannon on top of it. So this is the cannon.
Oh my God.
Okay, so again, in here is that worm gear, right?
Yeah.
And that just allows me to adjust the cannon to any angle I want, and it will stay perfectly in place. So to switch them out, it's pretty simple. I just built them all on a universal 4x4 round. So you can just pop the one off. Now sometimes it brings the turntable disc with it. Then you just pop the disc off. Put it back on this one. Eventually. And then that just snaps right into this. And there you go.
Wow.
Right? That's it. Super simple, but also functional.
Was that your third design or your third mock?
It was actually.
Yeah, exactly.
It was the third one. Yeah. And then after that, I started doing really tiny little things in real life and big designs in digital.
Did you show off the door, your Christmas door on the digital? I forget.
That was a real thing.
Okay, good. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Now, yeah.
And I took that apart last week.
Yeah. Okay. I remember you talking about it not too long ago.
Yeah.
Oh, those
So that's
pictures
it.
online.
That is ridiculous. I need that. I'm coming over to your house to look at stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Anytime, man. That's another one that I plan to get into studio and make instructions for. I've got lots of plans. I just never do it. You know.
I
How
hear
Yeah,
ya.
I hear you.
Earlier, Rick, we were talking about like the community and like how I was complimenting how your designing skills and your building obviously there, and you were saying how like everyone does something different. Earlier, I sent I don't know if it was today or not, but I stumbled across just this YouTube genre of people taking Lego and like putting it in like real life situations in like water, like going down a river, or like it going down like I don't know, just like people interacting, like setting up scenes and then like things happening. Anyway, nothing talking, just random stuff. Anyways, I just thought it was interesting. Like if you look up Lego on YouTube, there's going to be a bunch of different things you get into it. People are doing a bunch of different creative things, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
So
and this is it.
You stumble across new things all the time and you see like, oh, I've never seen something like this. And like, why not? I mean,
last year when I was like up until last year, I keep saying last year, like last year was 2020. In 2020, I guess it was last year. I up to that point I had really only seen Beyond the Brick and Brick Vault and whatnot. And again, I had the same thought when I saw Boone in the running for Lego Masters. I thought, okay, that's a guy from Beyond the Brick. This show is not rigged. Cool.
Yeah.
Like they've actually got real Lego people in here. I thought it's just going to be actors that they're made to look like, you know.
Oh,
but it
yeah,
wasn't.
no, they did a good job. I thought that first season, to us, we've discussed this before. That first season was good. Boone is honest to God like one of my idols in that thing. So,
yeah,
I
love the guy. It's great.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. He's absolutely phenomenal. And but we all got watching. I got my buddy to put Lego Masters Australia on the Plex for me there. And there's honest to God no comparison. Boone would hold his own there, no problem. And there's a few builders in the American one that they could probably hold their own there, or they would hold their own there, sorry. But the builds that are coming out of the Australia side were just phenomenal. And I think it was maybe it necessarily wasn't the builds that were coming out, but it was the way they do the show was a lot better.
I think I think what happened, and I can't say this for sure, but I think they focused a little too much on the drama in the show.
Yeah, nope,
rather than on the building expertise and the actual builds. And that's just because I guess they know what the audience there is going to look for. Yeah. I think there's definitely a need for that in a show. Otherwise it does become a bit dry and stale. Like if it was just all technical, I can see a lot of people dropping off. Like,
sure.
Over here, we're going to show you how the buttresses connect to the, and it's like, okay, I'm done. But it's in somebody's
the
fighting.
Australian one was good because it was a mix of they showed a lot of the technical side, but I mean, Hamish is a funny dude. Like, and it just, to me, it was a little bit better.
I think to your point though, I think the Australian show is catering less to we want to do what the public that's not already hooked on Lego is going to like. And so we're going to inject the drama and the reality TV and the let's blow shit up and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Where Australia isn't as keen on that. There's some of that in theirs. There's some of the manufactured drama, but it's mostly a focus on the builds and the competition and the conversations. And so for us AFOLs, it's very desirable. Whereas if you just look at the general public, they might want to watch Lego Masters because of all the stuff that we hate about it on the US version, or all the stuff that cheap.
And then when you look at it from that perspective, it makes more sense that there would be, especially in a market the size of the US, a greater audience, because if it doesn't, it will flop and there won't be a season 2. And so
Easy says you had me connected to the buttress. You would.
I bet.
Yeah, he would.
I knew as soon as I said buttresses.
Yeah.
But so I think having really only ever seen those shows, the beginning of last year was kind of like an awakening for me with regards to YouTube, because I was in the community on YouTube, barely, but I was there.
Yeah.
But, and what I mean by that is I had a channel with a few videos, but I was really finding newer channels, and I found yourself, Kevin. I found Sarah Starbricks, who has unfortunately dropped off a bit. I found London Bridge.
I saw her today, I think, actually.
Was she? Okay, well, that's good because that's not.
She was on Greg's channel either today or yesterday.
Oh, that's probably what it was.
Yesterday, maybe it was.
They're back to streaming. They had take a little hiatus, but I really like Sarah. She's very.
I do too.
Very calming, very calming presence.
It's a nice. It's like this. It's just a nice,
absolutely
environment, a comfortable stream. And I happened to quit my job in January of the past year, and I worked from home for 6 weeks. So during those 6 weeks, I was like stream after stream, just watching and loving it all. Right.
Yeah.
And then I got one of the companies that I was working for, that was my customer, said, hey, we'd like to have you in for an interview. I thought, oh boy. And lo and behold, they hired me. So I went back to work and lost that time at home. So strangely, it seemed to be shortly after that, Sarah stopped streaming. And I had Fridays off fairly early, so I was still able to catch Greg at London Bridge Bricks. So, and I was actually on his stream earlier today as well. So this has been a busy day. But
nice.
But I love it so much because, like, first of all, I have never met you Kevin, or you Tangem, other than in virtual. And it's so nice to finally meet the two of you and chat. And it's been such a great time for me tonight. This is exactly what Andrew was talking about, is that the Lego is good and it's everything. But when you get into the community and you meet people and just as you mentioned, Tangem, how we're sort of all introverts, but we can all just sort of blossom when we're all talking about something common. It's really nice.
And that's the fun part of it, because I'm the exact opposite of an introvert. I am very I'm very forward. I'm very I love having a good time, and that's it's. So I like meeting introverts because it's like it's almost they're uncomfortable for about a second, and then they realize that this guy's harmless, right?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun from that aspect. That you see people coming out of their shell with it, right? People that normally would not, have anything to do with it. But like we said, you start talking about Lego, or start talking, and it doesn't even have to be Lego. It's anything that someone's passionate about, really.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot easier when your passion is their passion, sort of thing. But yeah, that's the part that's probably been the funnest for me, is meeting people. Like, I run into people all the time at the Lego store and whatever, and they start talking and they think that I'm going to be really standoffish or whatever, and I've said it before. Like, if you and Eric said he's going to adopt it. If you engage in a conversation with me, that's your fault. Be ready to sit down.
You better have an hour and a half to spare. Yeah.
Brett Hooper says Rick has a perfect voice. I love it when he talks Lego to me.
Yeah.
Brett Hooper.
And I'm gonna talk about Brett a bit, because if I can credit anybody with pulling me in, it's Brett. He reached out to me after I released my first YouTube video, and he said, "Hey, can we have a video chat?" And I had never done anything like this with anybody other than family, right? So I thought, what did I do?
Please tell me you said, "Who is this weirdo?"
Oh yeah, I really honestly thought, what have I done wrong? Like, somebody big in the community from Boone's channel's coming after me. What have I done? Oh no, it was quite the opposite. It was just it was a general conversation, and get to know you conversation, blossomed into a really great friendship, close friendship, and he and I've been like chatting and talking and streaming ever since. So it's been fantastic.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. That's what it's about. So that's kind of how this started too, right? So, and I don't know if everybody knows really how this kind of got going. I started doing the channel thing just to have some fun and do whatever, and then I never wanted this to be a thing, or anything huge or anything like that. But then Tanner and I had met, and we kind of just really, like I said, hit it off right off the top and stuff like that. And I had done a couple streams by myself, and I don't know, it was okay, but I wasn't really feeling it. It was like it's all right, and there's people watching and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know if I love it. And I actually approached Tanner pretty early on, and I said, "Look, I enjoy building because him and I would build in the evenings just on a different place and whatever. And so I enjoy building, but I think it's a lot more fun for me if someone's there that we can bounce stuff off of and just do whatever, right?" And he goes, and I said, "Would you be interested?" And he took, I think, about 6 seconds, and he goes, "Yeah." And, all right. So and then it started it at kind of Building with Buds episode 1, and here we are at 30.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and I have great respect for the people that can sit solo on a stream and talk and try and engage people for hours, because I don't know that I could do it. I don't feel like I'm that engaging by myself. But,
right.
But I love just doing this, just talking with people, talking with folks in the chat, and just talking with you guys. I know you guys do it. You and Brett and Martin and Emily and several others do this on Instagram all the time. And it's just fun to be able to talk to each other about the hobby, engage with other people that are out there. Todd's saying it. It's cool. We're from all over. Todd's in Arizona. You guys are all in Canada. I'm in Missouri. People are in Illinois. Brett's in Oregon, I think. I mean,
yes,
all over the place, right? And we're just here on a Friday night.
Here we are. That's what makes it so good, and that's what's so good about the internet. If there's anything good to be said about the internet, and it was a sort of a blessing in disguise with the pandemic. Yeah, I know. I like that too. The trap. It's a trap door.
Yeah, PVJ, that's awesome. Yeah, where is he? It's over here.
It's fun. But the pandemic kind of drove us all online anyway, and that blossomed this whole thing. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, and I also like Todd's remark there, or not Todd, rather, Parkdale Playboy, the Fraser Crane of Lego. You'll listen to Fraser Crane.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. You should. You think that's good? You should hear Tanner do the Swedish Chef.
I want to hear it.
No, we'll do that another time.
No, that was good.
Oh, shut up. Mine is good. Mine is really good.
Let's hear it. Come on.
Nope.
I know. I can't do it on command either.
What was Eric's the other day that was absolutely terrible that he thought was fantastic?
Oh gosh, I can't even
remember.
It went
something like
he's around. He'll tell us that was really bad. He does a really good Arnold Schwarzenegger though.
Yeah, the chopper.
Yeah.
He was.
He does the reindeer one very good. Oh, he's singing that. He's ding dong, ding dong. It was I don't know if you saw that one, but we had Matthew was on one night, and we had, of course, Tanner, Eric, and myself, and we had already set up to sing this Muppet song.
Yeah, have you seen the Muppets video where they do Carol of the Bells, and it's Beaker and Swedish Chef and Animal.
Ow. Oh no, that one. No, is that the one?
No, okay. It's like me.
Oh yeah.
That one.
Oh, it's hilarious. It is hilarious.
Yeah. So we didn't tell Matthew that we were going to do this, and then we told, because Eric had to start it off, so he's stressing out, thinking we're going to leave him hanging. Which, if we would have thought about it, we should have done, because it would have been bloody hilarious.
It would have been hilarious.
Then you start singing, and you see Matthew just kind of look up at the computer like, what the hell's happening? And then Tanner starts in, and then I start in, and Matthew's just like,
what is?
I don't know what's going on, and everybody's dying because they know what's going on, right?
That's classic.
Yeah, pretty funny.
Yeah,
just a bunch of wild and crazy guys.
Yeah, in 2018, I had different aspirations. I was enjoying buying Lego. I was not mocking or anything with Lego. But a friend of mine at work was trying to convince me into going into voice acting.
Yep.
Oh.
And so I actually went and auditioned with a well-known Toronto-based voice acting coach.
Really?
Yep. And my audition was 2 hours long, and we read 4 or 5 different things and spoke a bit and whatnot. And at the end of it, I said, "So what do you think? You think I got the chops for it?" And she said, "Yes, you should come back and train with me." And then so we had some health issues in our family that prevented me from going back. And then by the time that year ended, the next health issue was COVID. So that's all been put on the sideline because I wanted to integrate that into my channel.
Yeah.
Right. So,
absolutely. Yeah. No, if you have a thing, you have a thing, right?
yeah. So one day I'll get back to it.
There you go.
Oh, Shmee. Not too
Yeah,
old.
Mr. Shmee.
Yeah.
That was Eric's really bad impression.
It was not good at all.
So Rick, your YouTube video, if I had to pick, again, you haven't done much on there, but your Jurassic Park video is pretty phenomenal.
Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah, so he does a review of the T-Rex Rampage set, and Kevin just built that one. Finally,
Nice.
I've been hammering him to build it.
It's been sitting for a while.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you saying that.
Which reminds me, I got to get
about why won't you do? Brett's asking, what about online voice acting lessons?
Well, that's actually. I was looking into like what would I do? Would I actually go and work for an agency, or would I just do like where they send me work? I record it and send the recording back to them. Are you guys getting an echo?
Yeah, I'm getting an echo from you.
From me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Still
Hello,
there.
hello.
Yeah, still there.
That's weird. Nothing's changed.
Andrew, do you have two monitors on?
I have just StreamYard going.
Do you have two cameras or just the one?
Just the one, like my camera plus I only have one camera going, so no, I guess is the answer.
So I'm not getting a feedback from Andrew.
I've got echo cancellation on.
That's better. That's better.
That's better?
Fixed.
Yeah.
It was on the whole time, so I don't know.
The weirdest thing.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, I did think about doing sort of online voice acting. So I'll get back into it at some point. If I still have a voice. Yeah.
I don't know. There's this dude, this is pretty funny. That works at the gas station, right around the corner from me. He's got the most amazing voice you've ever heard. And it's one of those things where I literally thought about asking him if I could get him to record like an intro for me or something like that. And I think that would be kind of weird, just a random person, but his voice is so smooth and it's awesome. And other people I didn't ask them, but other people that went to the gas station have commented on that as well.
Yeah. That reminds me of that guy from the States where I think he was homeless, and
the black dude, right?
Yeah, they rolled up to him and said, "The most amazing radio voice in all of America. You're listening to blah blah blah," And yeah, it was funny.
Hey Abe, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Abe. Yeah,
how
Rick.
did Abe enable you today?
Yo, Abe.
Hey,
Rick, I can see you doing those '90s movies promos.
Oh, you like the world?
Yeah.
In a world where Tangem builds the globe.
Exactly.
Perfect. Brett Hooper's triple dog daring you to ask the gas station guy to record something.
Yeah.
All right. You got it, Brett. I'll next time I see him, I'll ask him. That'd be pretty funny. I think.
Dog dare you.
What did I do here?
You're talking about that Lego in real life thing. It's kind of funny because my profession is I'm a journeyman mechanic, so that kind of falls into what you guys were saying with the Lego thing. Because when I was a kid, everything I owned I took apart and put it back together. Everything. I would take my Hot Wheels cars apart and rebuild them and customize them and do all that sort of stuff. So I was doing that before that was a thing. And but everything I owned I would take apart. My G.I. Joe stuff. This is a terrible story, actually. So the Tom. It was at the Tomcat plane, the gray one. Can't remember what plane it was. Anyway, it had the 2 twin turbines on the back of it, right?
The Warthog.
Yes.
Right.
Oh,
No,
yes.
not the Warthog.
Yeah,
No, the Warthog was a. I had the
Warthog. Warthog, right?
No, it was the silver one. It was F-18 is in my head, but it was the light gray plane. The Warthog was a dark green, right?
In G.I. Joe, I thought it was yellow, but I might be thinking about the helicopter too, because that helicopter was yellow. So
anyway, it was the gray. It was the big gray plane I had.
Okay.
So what I would do is I found my dad was an electrician by trade, and he had his workshop set up. He loved doing woodwork. He had that set up in the garage, and he had all his stock and everything set up in the garage. But he had a fire extinguisher in there, and one day I just bumped the fire extinguisher, and it spit out this little bit of chalk. Right? It was a powder fire extinguisher. So I'm like, that's interesting. So what I found is if you squeeze the trigger really slow, you could load the back of the turbines up with this powder. And when you'd run through the backyard playing with your plane, it looked like smoke coming out the back. It was wicked.
Oh,
genius. So I did that quite a few times till there was no powder left. And then one day my dad was doing some woodwork in the garage.
Oh, no.
He started a little bit of a fire. And when he grabbed his fire extinguisher, it went, there was nothing in it, right? I got in trouble for that. So, but that being said, so now further my career, it got me into mechanics because, like I said, it was to take things apart, to put them together. It's kind of just what path it led me down. And now I don't pull wrenches anymore. I'm so done with that. I might have to go back to it at some point, but I run shops now. We build service vehicles, police cars, fire trucks, ambulances, that sort of stuff. So the other day, a police car came in, and I kid you not, on the dash, the guy's radar was giving him some grief, and he had Lego bricks built up to have the radar head positioned in the place he needed.
Awesome.
I took pictures of it. I got to find it, but I was just killing myself laughing. I'm like, that's something else. That's
Brett Hooper's.
See you, Brett.
Brett Hooper's headed out.
Take care, Brett. See you, buddy.
Yeah, Abe is here. Abe said he enabled me today. He did. Abe's constantly getting these custom minifigures, and I've kind of stayed away from it for the most part. I did order some a couple of days ago, but I ordered the Bob Ross one. I think they call him Mystic Mountain Man from the Minifig Co. But I also got Joe Dirt. They call him the Space Turd Connoisseur. And it's perfect. Like, it is spot on Joe Dirt. Sleeveless shirt with the mullet. It's hilarious.
That's funny.
The old Space Turd Connoisseur.
So where are you at in your build there, Andrew? With your microphone off?
You just chatting away on mute.
Just giving her away. Just blah, 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 blah.
Oh, no. I've been saying some really funny things. You guys have been laughing, too. So it was really good.
We thought they were hilarious.
Yeah. You guys were laughing along right on beat. It was perfect.
Perfect.
So I messed saying bye to Brett. I don't know if Abe heard me say hey, but yeah, I'm well aware of Abe and his sig figs and custom figs there. I got an Admiral Thrawn because of him, and the Mystic Mountain Man. I bought that around the same time as well.
I still need that Admiral Thrawn. I need to get one. And Eric, does anyone even stream here? You're such a jackass. Hey, Eric, look. It's from Bobalorian.
The Bobalorian.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry Houston's here. Hello. And I got a leftover blue Technic pen, and I don't feel like I'm supposed to have one, but I can't see
if it falls apart at the end, you did it wrong.
I think I got them all, though. I'll go back through and double check, because you don't usually have one of these double Technic pens left over.
Yeah. Rebecca got John Wick and Pennywise. So I am going to be looking for a Cad Bane, but I'm kind of hoping that Lego might do something with that.
They will. You know that they will. Just like
Because
they're going to do an N1 Starfighter too. They definitely will.
Because this is like the minifig is like $50 on.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
I'm not pay. I would never pay that.
No.
Rebecca also has the carry one, I think, that you can get from. I think it's from Citizen Brick right now. It's one of them, but it's like she's covered in the pig's blood. It's a pretty wicked figure.
Tanner told me that Charlie did a great review on Boba.
Charlie is terrible. Charlie sucks.
Target sucks. Well, Kmart sucks.
Kmart sucks. No.
Charlie said she had 2 leftover pins in an R2 bag. Nope, no leftovers.
Usually you have the leftover black friction pins, but not these.
Not the blue ones usually.
Double blues, but I'm not seeing any place where I missed it. So
the Andrew's pretty close to down there, hey?
Oh yeah, I'm like a few steps away for sure. I'm putting the ball on the globe or whatever you want to call it.
The ball globe.
Death Star. The Death Star, probably, right?
Yeah. It's the hollow Death Star.
The hollow star.
Oh, Rebecca says no. Oh, Rebecca, we'll have to get you that carry one while they still have it.
You are 100% correct, Abe. Cad Bane in Book of Boba Fett was epic.
Cad Bane is epic in everything he does, but he was really good in Book of Boba Fett as well. Just terrifying. I mean, it was. I love the way they shot that scene. We're back to this, but I love the way they shot that scene with the hat brim down over his eyes, and all you can see is his mouth while he's talking, and then
when he bit his lip,
just slowly pans up, and you see those terrifying red eyeballs. You know, just it was phenomenally shot. Just I don't know.
I think for me it was almost even more special having never seen the character. I shouldn't say more special, but it was super special. Those eyes, like I thought, what new creature is this? I have never seen anything like this.
Or even if you watch it again, watch him bite his lip.
Yeah,
he bites his bottom lip. It's like, oh god.
Yeah.
I think Eric Easy Craftsman is the same way because we've been bugging him to watch Clone Wars forever, and he's stuck on
episode 7.
Yeah. He's stuck on season 2, and so he didn't know who that character was. Right, Eric? Or maybe he knew, but not fully.
All right. I'm pledging I'm gonna get through it.
Yeah, you're gonna like it. It'll pay off.
It starts to get really dark, Rick, like the Clone Wars does. Like it becomes not a kid's show. Like around season 4 or 5. It's really dark, like really heavy plots, and and there's some really bad arcs that you need to Arthur. You can even skip them. Like there's one where the droids go and C-3PO's doing the C-3PO thing, couple with Jar Jar and Queen.
No, shut them all down.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But there's some really there's one at the end of season 5 where you just see Palpatine on full display, like, and again, it's another redeems you from the crap show that was the prequels, where it was really bad writing and the VFX was good, but it was kind of real cheesy with the unlimited power, It really redeems a lot of the characters for you.
You can skip right to season 7. Tanner's words, not mine.
That was not my words, you jerk.
There's 7 seasons, really?
Oh, we're at the 3-hour mark, gentlemen. Yes, it's 7 seasons. Yes, sir.
So, Tanner, you were saying that you were saying that Clone Wars got canceled?
They did, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So my understanding, I could be wrong, but I've definitely heard this more than once online, that the entire Clone Wars series is 66 hours long, and like that Dave Filoni made it that way specifically, so that would that's why there's so much filler and stuff.
That could be.
So I think if you take the time of all the whole Clone Wars series seasons 1 to 7, and that's I thought one of the reasons why they made it Bad Batch, so it wasn't the same. Like, but maybe not. Maybe that's not why. But I did hear that it was 66 hours long, the entire Clone Wars series.
But you got to remember, so they went up to season 6, and then it got canceled on TV, and then they released season 7 just
fair enough.
Right?
You're right. You're right.
They could have got to 66 hours with season 7, but it was canceled right after season 6.
Yeah, I haven't completely watched it, and I wasn't watching it when it was canceled the first time.
But season 7 is crazy too. Like, it's another one where they start out with 4 really strong episodes, and then there's a lot of filler in between, and then the final 4 episodes ties you right into the end of Revenge of the Sith, up to and including them shooting parts from a different perspective. Like, they shoot a scene from that you see in Revenge of the Sith, but you see it on a holo from a different character's perspective. And then it ties right into, the events of Order 66 and everything. It's a really masterful show. It really is.
Did any of you ever play Half-Life?
I did.
Back in the day?
Just not much. I know a bit of it, but I'm not very far.
So there was a sequel that came out after Half-Life called Blue Shift, which focused on the perspective of one of the main characters, which was a security guard.
Okay.
Who wore blue, so Blue Shift. And while I was watching Rogue One, I was thinking it would be funny if they were to do the perspective of just some random either rebel guard or stormtrooper, and then just kind of tangent off from that. And it's just funny that you mentioned.
Well, they kind of did that with the little blast of Grogu looking at the 501 there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The mind meld, whatever you want to call it, like
when he helped him remember. Took the block.
I want to see more of that for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh, the helmets, How good the helmets look! Like it looks so good.
It was perfect.
So I think we'll call her a night. Hey, fellas, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, well,
it's already called that, but we'll
call it.
You want to see a couple of play features out of this before, or no?
Yeah, sure. Give her.
Sure.
All right, not much to it. I think this is pretty neat. I don't see very many big play features like this in any sets. So this A-wing, you can work on the A-wing here. You can push it out to, I think, probably going out into space. You can bring this over here, open up the A-wing, and take out. Sorry, that's not a good angle. And take out the engine. That's what comes out over here. So you can take the engine out, bring it off to the side, I guess. You got one of their dudes. I'm not even too sure what these got. What alien guys? Admiral Akbar. What clan are they?
Calamari.
Oh, they are Calamari. Okay, so that's oh yeah, Mon Calamari. So that's a Mon Calamari guy, or whatever. Mon Calamari.
Calamari,
calamari, just like
calamari.
This bit. Yeah.
Calamari.
Yeah, this is stuff stuck in your teeth. Yeah.
All right, perfect. And then we got Admiral Akbar over here. He's in his chair, and his chair moves around like it does in the movie.
That's cool.
So that's really neat.
It's a
trap. We can't repel power. Wait, we can't repel a thing of that magnitude. Or, I forget. Come on.
Hey, Eric, you did make it here tonight. Congratulations.
Yeah. Oh, and then, that's it. I forget what the exact quote is from the actual movie, but Robot Chicken, they had an Admiral Akbar Cheerios. And it's like, your taste buds can't repel power of that magnitude. Come on, guys. Check it out, Robot Chicken. They do so many good Star Wars
Family
things.
Guy had a couple good Star Wars ones too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But,
the whole Star Wars thing was called "It's a Trap," wasn't it? Family Guy.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, there's a whole show. Yeah, I have it on my iPad. I watch it when I have to go to BC for work. I watch it on the thing every third or fourth trip. I watch it.
Awesome.
Oh, I just want to show that off before we go here because
that's
pretty
a great
cool set here, and some pretty cool figs as well.
Infamous just joined us. Hey, buddy, I just joined just in time. We're taking off.
Yeah.
Hi, Infamous.
Yeah, but hey, Rick, thank you very much for coming on. It was a blast, and
Absolutely.
of course, you're welcome back anytime you want. So,
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for having me. Great to be on.
Yeah, and Andrew, you've always been welcome here. You know that.
Oh, perfect.
So,
Yeah, no, we'll do this again sometime for sure. We should do the A-Wing sometime if you haven't done that.
We probably should, but you know what we should really do together is that bridge you're going to send me.
Yeah, for sure. One thing at a time here. We'll see.
Thanks, Todd. Appreciate it.
That's my next mission. Is I got to get one of those because I want to do that big bridge as well. I think that looks wicked. And of course, with the movie, just how the movie came out and stuff like that too. It's a must do.
I haven't seen it yet.
Go see
dude,
it right now. Just go right now.
You know what? Send all that to me. You don't even deserve this.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Well, that's just it. I don't want to. I haven't gone to the theater to watch it. I don't want to watch a crappy copy. I'm only going to watch it like a super high definition, like when it's released, I guess. Unfortunately, but.
Yeah, it is a theater movie for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But thanks guys for everything. Tanner, of course, as always. And thanks for being here, guys. And we'll be back next weekend, I'm sure, with some.
Yes,
I didn't tell my joke.
Oh no, you gotta tell that joke.
Let's finish with the joke here.
Yeah.
This is a good one. Don't wreck it if you're. Well, I think it's good. It's what kind of hamburgers does Darth Vader like? Or how does Darth Vader like his hamburgers cooked?
See, you already effed it up.
I already wrecked it. How does Darth Vader like his hamburgers cooked? Not lukewarm or chewy.
Oh,
jeez.
I thought it was going to be like dark or something.
Yeah.
No, I figured if you did there.
Forcefully. He likes them cooked forcefully.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So thanks everybody, and please stay safe.
Yeah, take care.
Bye, guys.
See you later.